I'm not gonna stand there, say I'm defeated. 6 feet underground, I bury my demons. Yeah, I'll sing it. Broken and bruised, but I'm never beaten. 6 feet underground, I bury my demons. Yeah, yeah, this is a funeral.
Living around potential targets such as military bases and chemical plants may be advised to
Put you on a one-way flight. I can get you here tonight. You know I can change your life. First class, alright. Put you on a one-way flight. I can get you here tonight. You know I can change your life. First class, alright. Put you on a one-way flight. I can get you here tonight. You know I can change your life. First class, alright. Put you on a one-way flight. I can get you here tonight. You know I can change your life. First class, alright. Put you on a one-way flight. I can get you here tonight. You know I can change your life. First class, alright. Right, 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 right. First class, alright.
All right, everybody, welcome back to VDC Season 9. We are into the playoffs, and here we have a treat for y'all. In the prospect, we are watching the LG Pink Azalea take on Wolfstar Packfire in the first round of playoffs for this bracket. I'm here on the desk with Sonder. How are you feeling about today, Sonder?
Woo! Wolfstar, these are my guys, dude. I'm hyped. I got to couchcast an LG game a little bit earlier in the season, so I've seen both of these teams in action. So I'm really hoping that tonight's games are very exciting and also very competitive, as much as I am hoping for my wonderful franchise members to stomp. So hopefully we have some good games to witness tonight.
Right on, right on. Coming into this match, this is the 4 versus 5 game for our prospect match. Both teams ended the regular season with 18 wins, 14 losses. So this is looking to be a really tight affair. I'm not really sure who to root for here. I haven't been watching as much as you. So how are you feeling? Who you favoring right now, Sonder?
If you look purely like standings wise, actually I think this is the thing with Prospect. Prospect was really close this season. Like looking at the top teams and the bottom team, or like, all the mid tiers. Like in Apprentice, it was LG was like 22-8 or something. It was stupid. In Prospect, both of them are fairly close. I think both Wolfstar and LG are both 18 and 14 right now. So it really could go either way. Obviously, I'm hoping for Wolfstar to knock it out of the park, because those are my guys, but we will see what happens. I've definitely seen that LG has some firepower behind them, in Shade and Sonic, in all of their players, to be fair, but so does Wolfstar. So it'll be even as you can make it in my brain, but we'll see how it actually shakes out.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. Well, LG here is an extremely new team. They are 4 of them are rookies for this season in VDC, and they're led by Emu here, trying to take these 4 rookies to the playoffs and then maybe even further. Whereas on the other side, we see Wolfstar here. There are old dogs. There are some more tenured players. We have Lost, who started all the way back in season 4 and won Prospect, then after a long hiatus is finally back to try and reclaim that glory. Got ZC Bro, who was cut from a different team, but then came back and is now in the playoffs again to try and earn their own chance at a championship. So we got storylines both sides here, trying to get ready as we prepare to get into our game. Yeah. All right. As we're getting ready to start our game here, let's look at these map bans a little bit here. Wolfstar decide to ban out Split. LG decided to ban out Sunset. LG picked Pearl. Wolfstar pick a Road. And if we have to, we're going to Abyss for our decider. I don't really know which team this favors. I actually kind of like these maps. These are some of the newer maps in the pool. Some of the ones that have been maybe not seen as much, until more recently. So I don't know. Are there any interesting things you can comment about this, Sonder?
I think I've seen Wolfstar ban Split not a lot, so I'm not super surprised by that. I also know that they've played a fair bit of Bind. I've seen a couple of scrims, not to leak anything, but I think they're gonna be really comfy on or they banned Bind. I'm looking at Corrode and they're right next to each other. Anyway, I think the maps will be all very close. I know that Wolfstar is comfy on their pick, and I don't know a whole ton about LG, but it'll be good either way. We're going into Pearl. Comps-wise, I think it's pretty standard, but it also is Prospect, so they do some funky things down here. I'm not sure what you're expecting to see from this.
I don't know what I was expecting to see, but it certainly wasn't some of this stuff. We got Neon on both sides of the map, but we only have a supporting duelist for that Neon over on LG. That's interesting to me. Typically on a map like Pearl, you want a character with flashes, a character with the ability to try and get their Neon into tough situations and prosper in them. But instead of going for a character like Yoru, a character like Phoenix, you know, like on the LG side, Wolfstar has decided instead to try and trust Lost completely on their own. Maybe throw in a Fade Haunt, maybe some Taeho utility. But using that double initiator to try and set up situations without flashes is something I'll be interested to see how it pans out as the map moves on.
If I know Wolfstar Prospect, I know this comp because I'm pretty sure they have run something similar to this every single Pearl map that they have played. Lost in the Woods, we're gonna see Neon in every single map that is played. Woods only plays Neon. Woods is... Yeah, that's Woods. I'm kind of surprised they aren't sticking Chicken on another duelist because I do know that he has been playing that a little bit more, but I do like the double initiator. I think Taeho can be really good. On the side of LG, I like the Astra a lot. I think maybe it's harder to play, especially down here where you're maybe a little less coordinated, but we'll see if LG can bring it out. And then obviously the Neon Phoenix is whatever. I don't know how I feel about the Phoenix, but again, it's Prospect, so you can kind of bring out whatever you want. I mean, Yin played Reyna when I was on Wolfstara still, so you can kind of do whatever you want.
Yeah. As we're getting ready, start here. Looks like we're setting up for split some kind. Seems like LG looking to maybe find some map space before committing to anything too strongly. Early recon out by Wolfstara, clearing out that B main line. LG look to try and fill that space back in as we gear up for a fight here in A main. High lows on both sides. Setting up. That's gonna be an orb pickup for now. Starting to build up towards that Neon ult right away. Lost is almost on an island right here. He has a little bit of support from the Fade coming back onto site now. But kind of like we said, it's a very slow start here from LG. They are really keen on trying to find their space, find that perfect opening before they really commit. Really looking towards Art now. Setting up to start going fast. This is going to be all on Wolfstar to try and hold down A. They've taken main. Is there an early fight in? Collision gets one, but easily traded. We have Rue here in the backstab position. Trying to find some value. Rest of the team waiting for his call. As that salvo will delay the plant. Giving Wolfstar more time to get back in. It's a quick trade near Art.
10 seconds.
Rue gets another one.
Spike
And a
planted.
third. Looks up. Not quite. Imu still stays alive on
enemy
site.
remaining.
Quickly cleaned up by Rue though.
Player standing.
Mochiso gets one, gets both, and cleans up the round in a situation that really should be converted.
Definitely deciding to take the round really slowly, which I mean is kind of fair. You know, on the side of Wolfstar, they have a lot of stall utility, so I'm not sure if you really want to try and rush that site, but having two duelists, I feel like you kind of have to. It kind of looked like they were a little lost. You know, the spike was over on B, and then we moved to mid, and then we were kind of uncertain if we wanted to go R, but then they ultimately went. In the end, it did work out. Shiso did clutch up, so win's a win.
Yeah, but how much can you really hope on that every time, though? It's a quick start open. LG gets an early pick, get in the round. And here's where the double duelist comes really effective. Take that backspace, flash in, and sight is yours for free. Wolfstar now has to play full retake on this eco round. Setting up two halls. One looking out, trying to find some space. Sonic holding this crossfire, backs up, feels the presence. First pick on Rue. Bro tries to trade. Lost. Swinging in as well. This is some early space taken
One enemy
from Wolfstar,
remaining.
but it quickly shut down And that is a clean, flawless anti-eco from the side of LG. They have a strong start coming into this map.
That's the kind of rounds that I think I should expect to see from this LG comp, especially on attack. Really fast opening, you know, they get that first pick, they crash onto site. B has been a little weak so far with this setup. I mean, you have the Killjoy playing in the mid right now, and then you have your Initiator helping, but I think if they continue to kind of slime out B, that they'll show a lot of winning, a lot of W's.
That's always good for the mental. Getting a very strong anti-eco to get yourself up to 2. But now it's back to the slow, methodical play that got them the first round. Wolfstara is not as passive this time. They've taken control of A main strongly, while Lost sits over and holds down B main line, leaving LG not much room to work with if they don't want to fight. Pulls B. LG has control of almost every alley here. They're going to see it early before it's coming, but any fight they take is going to be a 1 versus many. Stan ready at the corner. Fade utility in hand. Prowler ready to go. Rue sees contact, sees 3, backs off immediately. Now comes the chance of that delay utility. How long can you stall? Rue sits back sight. He has help from Art, but that's blocked off by the Phoenix utility. Rue back sight, easily picked up by Shade. And it's a late flank into Art as well. LG just pinching down on these Wolfstara players, and it's another one. Clean sweep, and Lost is the only one left alive. How much can he do coming into this round when the team on his back? And the answer is not much. Shade with the 4-piece comes in, and LG are starting to get ready and get moving.
Gotta go.
I was muted. Really nice round from Shade. I think one of Wolfstara's struggles is they're playing a little passively. I mean, Rude tried to take up that line up in A, and he kind of had it, but then at the first sight, he didn't even try to shoot and kind of just gave it up. Looks like they're gonna play for mid-aggression here, but LG is sliming down B.
It's the game of pack mentality right now. Full hit A versus full clear mid.
Go, go, go.
This turret looks like it's going to reveal the gambit a bit early. But LG has sight for free.
Go, go,
Fight
go.
here. Street,
Spike planted. There.
Dual Pet, wisely takes the fight on their own terms. But Collision trades it back. That's a big number. Gun down. How many? Ochiso gets 1. Sorry, Emu. Ochiso gets traded in return. Emu
Standing.
going absolutely nuclear in B main. Shuts down that round before it had any chance to get out of hand. And LG take a 4th.
Is only a tool. You can't just shoot.
And we also have an early timeout here from Wolfstara. Try and settle things down, get back in camp. What do you think they need to change here?
Like I said a little bit before, I think they're struggling a little bit with not having a ton of info anywhere. I liked that Rue was pushed up A that one time. I think if you don't see anyone initially, you could probably shove a little bit harder. I think that your util could be used. I mean, I'm not sure what they fade-eyed. I didn't really pay attention too much, but you can throw that mid to try and see if there's any mid aggression, and if there's nothing there, then, you know, process of elimination, they're probably B side. Just trying to take the space that they're giving up, because LG is playing really slow. They are kind of just poking it out and waiting to see if they can find these openings that Wolfstar are giving them. So if you can, you know, sort of find the pack on their lurk, because it is really a lurking pack that's happening on the side of LG, then you can try and make some moves, but also just, you know, hit your shots. I think maybe a little bit of this is just Wolfstara is a bit nervous and maybe not shooting as good as they could.
Yeah, I can certainly relate to that. Nerves are very easy to let get in the way of a moment like this. As we see LG setting up for what looks like a strong hit. A big deviation from their current strategy. Letting Jewel Pet take all of the contact with their ultimate. Rue sitting on site. He's going to be found alone here.
You should run.
As we get the lockdown to try and shut down this defense before it even starts. Rue putting some bullets into the smoke, but it hasn't slowed them down enough. They will get into the site. Rue gets an early pick though. That's a big start. Chicken follows up. This 5v3 retake. Shade takes down the first.
One enemy remaining.
Guys, input from Collision. And it's all left down to Shade, and he can't do it. ZC Bro finishes the round, and Wolfstara gets on the board with an absolutely perfectly choreographed retake.
A little bit of confidence, a little bit of shooting back. You know, maybe the timeout was a little bit of what they needed just to take a really quick breather and say, you know, hey, we're in this now. It's only map 1. Just gotta get your foot through the door. And if they can continue to be waking up, then I think we'll have a little bit more of a game on our hands rather than LG running it down for 4 rounds.
Yeah, I'm right with you there. You got LG setting up this time. Strong presence on B, seeing if they can try and take down what historically has been a Neon sitting alone, but this time Wolfstar has set it up. They have their Sentinel, their Killjoy is ready on site. That Cosmic Divide is going to actually give LG everything they want for this site though. There is no way for Wolfstar to get in for free. As we set up for a full 5v5 retake into this round. The Killjoy utility set up to delay. Big trade out, but they're going LG's way. Lost trick evens it up. We're now 3v3 coming to this round. Early flank. Omen TPs trapped up by Mochiso. Cuts off that flank before it had any chance to materialize. And now Wolfstar is stuck in a little bit of a pinch. Chicken gets one, but can't find the second. Jewel Pet cleans it up with the 3K. And LG right back to winning ways.
A little bit of a cleaner round from Wolfstar, though. I mean, it was a loss, but they did fight back more than I felt like they did in the first couple of rounds. Kind of just unfortunate. I think that Astro Ball really gave Jewel Pet a lot of space. I mean, she just absolutely ran down through their spawn to Rep to Heaven, and she got, what, 2 kills from that? A little hard when, you know, all of your KJ util is broke and they have ults.
Yes, they do. Another fast B hit in here from LG. They seem to have decided that the higher tempo is their way to play. As they set up here, ZC Bro stuck alone, back site, lost in front site, trying to see what sort of impact they can have. They get in early, but LG cleans it up with their superior weapons, and it's no match. LG's too fast. However, Chicken with the first, with the second, flashed. Chicken in the 1v3 cannot clean it up, but it was a valiant effort. LG move up to 6, and seems like LG's response to Wolfstar deciding to try and change their strategy is just, you know what? Let's run them down. We have 2 duelists. They can't stop us.
I think this game right now is really being chalked up to Shade is going absolutely insane, and so is Jewel Pet and Mochiso, to be fair. 11-3, 7-4, and 7-3. I think it's just a little bit of getting outshot as well as not being very coordinated on the side of Wolfstar.
Early fight up in here in A main. Lost has an op, does not connect, gets dinked in the process, and now has to escape into Flowers. Gonna go for the refight. Kills the Phoenix ultimate before it has a chance to find room. Stuck in dugout with the op, trying to find more impact. Lost. Manages to escape back into the back site. Trades off. And Chicken coming in from Art. Early picks in this fight. Sets up. Gets a
remaining.
third,
Chicken.
and Jewel Pet. Chicken goes absolutely huge for this round. 4K. Absolutely insane. I don't know how they found that much impact from that position.
They took the ace. They took the ace. What the heck? That's so messed up. No, really good run from Chicken, and I do expect that from him. I think Chicken is one of Wolfstar's star players, which is why I was really surprised to see him taken off of the duelist role, because I've seen him have a lot of impact on like the Waylay and stuff, but you know, he's putting in the work, he's getting in those, you know, those pushes, those lurks. If he can continue to do it, Wolfstar might be back on a good foot.
LG trying to take some early mid space here. Fight aggressively into street. The KJ utility separates out Jewel. They set up. Full fight into street. Fights up. Rue gets the pick. Finally capitalizes on that space that they separated between the Phoenix and the rest of the team. Turret finds contact with Shade. This is one of the big hitters for LG. Right there, in the smoke. He sits ready, but he doesn't know that there's 3 on the other side.
Here.
Here's one. I don't think he knows about Shade. He plays it smart. Plays his life. Figure out. They know there's no one A main. They're ready for the hit mid. They see the 2 in art.
Charges.
Shade and Emu. Trying to see how much space they can find. Looks like this is going to be heading over towards B. Sonic makes the cross. CC Bro holds up. Dinks Mochiso. That is a huge amount of damage to give Lost in the Woods a huge chance on sight. Lost in the Woods ends up actually going to play B ramp. That's interesting. As Shade holds in the middle. Gets Rue, but is quickly traded out by ZC Bro.
10 seconds
Mochiso is
left.
ready on
Spike planted.
street. Emo and Mochiso. Lockdown comes in from Wolfstar to try and get this retake started. They know where they have to go. They have the op and B main. They know that they're going to be in CT spawn. They have the flank ready for it. And it's one. Glitchin finds one. It's a 4v2.
Player standing.
It's a 4v1. Emo gets the first. Knows that Collision's behind. And cannot get the kill. That is a perfectly and very well orchestrated retake. And a 3rd round on the board from Wolfstar.
Save the day. Easy.
Did Woods get his first kill?
Dreams are a funny
No,
thing.
he's had a kill. Never
No,
mind.
what's his how to kill?
Never mind. Never mind. Clearly, I'm not paying enough attention. A timeout coming from the side of LG, I think, is fair. I mean, Wolfstar is putting their foot in the door, as I said before. I still really do think that LG looks to be more coordinated than Wolfstar, and that makes me sad to say. I did really like Woods' position going on long, kind of forcing them back into CT, especially with that KJ ult that came from, what is that called? Link? Whatever. Mid?
I would just call it
Um,
street, but I think technically it's B link.
Man,
I
they
don't-
call everything everything, man.
Yeah, they do. Callouts in this game are subjective.
Anyway, that round looked really good from the side of Volstara, aside from the fact that you didn't really watch the diffuser. I mean, I think Woods might have just missed the shot. But you kind of let the diffuser die, and then it kind of gets a little bit more scary because 2 of your teammates are a little bit low and the spike is ticking, but it worked out in the end. I just think that LG definitely still look better despite losing that round, and I mean, they're still up 3, so it's very well could continue to go in their favor despite
Lo
losing.
tenemos, hermanos.
Yeah. And LG looks like they're setting up for another slow round here. Much more spread out. They have the 3 in A main. But this is going to get detected right away from Rue. This is going to call rotates. But look at the spike. This is not where the spike is. This might be a very elaborate fake. Oh, this could be huge calling from LG. Wolfstara fears the Killjoy. They have everybody pulled over to this A side. But look at the spike.
Missile
The
deployed.
spike is on B.
Unfortunately, I don't think Wolfstar is quite falling for it. I mean, they did initially. They pulled the rotates, but look at where Woods is. He's already back with this up on this line. Like,
Ooh.
okay.
Doesn't quite get the impact with it though. As he sets up on site. One on site. Chicken gets one. Looking for the second. Manages to lock it down.
Spike
That's the
down,
spike
B.
down on site.
Oh, look at the
Emu.
flank.
Emo gets a huge flank. They may have an idea of where she is as she goes for
Where are you?
the waterfall flank.
Marked one.
Woods is looking behind.
30
Does
seconds
manage to
left.
find them. And it's a 2v4.
Last player standing.
Jewel Pet cannot beat Lost in the Woods. Collision cleans up the round, and that is a 4th on the board. Dare I say it, Wolfstar has found their footing.
Killing them is easier than
They're
making
in the
them
door. No, that was a really good round. I actually loved that fake. That fake was almost really well executed. I think the one issue with it was the spike was still CT side or whatever, attacker sided. I don't know words. They were like still in long. Like they were all the way up by ramp despite the fact that the Killjoy ult was through and clearly they weren't on site. Just didn't get played well
Find you.
enough.
Yeah. Fake was good, but the capitalization on the space created wasn't quite fast enough. We get an early pressure into A main from Wolfstar. Emu gets the first.
No, you don't.
We find early a numbers advantage in here.
One down.
ZC Bro finds one, cannot find the second. And now the numbers have been flipped. It is now 2v4 in favor of LG. Machiso cannot find Chicken. Chicken gets an early pick. That massively increases their chances into this round. Shade in main. Lost has an inkling, but doesn't quite know where. Cannot tell. There's an early flank. Gets caught out. Shade finds one.
Night.
Fights in. It's 2v1 for Chicken. Trying to find an opening into this round, but there is nothing there. Decides this gun is worth more than this round. And we will go up 7-4 in favor of LG as we head into the final round of the half.
The call to save isn't terrible. I think the attack op could prove very funny if they decide to keep it. It looks like Sonic might. I hope that has something fun. To be fair, he does have ult, so he still can get in there, and he also has a Phoenix. Yeah, and I mean, you have the money to mess around.
It appears like this is going to be an op used for one pick and then quickly abandoned. Early fight in B ramp. Early
Woods
fight
is
in B
gonna run
ramp.
it down.
No one breaks the eye. They know that Sonic is here, but I don't know if they know that they have the op. Quickly retreat. They seem wary.
Joke's
Wolfstar
You're dead.
sitting back, not playing this aggressively, deciding to cede the entire site to LG in favor of a 5 versus 5 retake. Early fight out of heaven. Looking early. Cosmic Divide comes down from LG. Sees as well to delay this retake. They have all of the time in the world to set up their defense however they want. This op comes back in, doesn't get the kill.
Ooh.
Huge Teho ultimate to open up space and back. Take that back haul. Rue gets 2. The red main 3 in main. Collision gets another. Shade trades Rue out. 3 versus 2 with KJ Utility still online, trying to deny the defuse. Jewel Pet sets up, gets
Oh.
the split.
Last player standing.
Collision gets 1. And Emu is left in a 2 versus 1. Above 8-4. Cannot find the fight. Chicken closes it out. And we are heading to halftime. 5-7 in favor of LG.
Oh, they're chest bumping. This
Switching
is so
sides.
epic. All things considered, I think that was a pretty good half from both teams. I mean, I don't really know what you'd consider Pearl at this point. Attacker sided, defense sided. I think it depends.
Depends
know?
on your comp. Yeah, depends on your comp. Depends on the way you like to play. There are some teams that can make an aggressive style work. There are some teams that make a passive style work. It all depends on really how well you play together. And right now, these teams are pretty evenly matched. It started out with a lot of LG pressure, a lot of impetus being brought in by them. But then Wolfstar started to find their footing. They started to get away into the map. But now the tables are turned, and we get to see how creative Wolfstar can be while trying to find the site. And we see how resilient LG get to be holding it down as we move in. Early fight into A main here. I quickly broken. LG deciding to hold A bit more passively, playing from off the site, trying to get some long sight lines. Gracie I, high pressure in. Jewel Pet sitting back sight, gets the first. That's the entry player quickly removed as the flash comes in. Cannot get Jewel Pet. Jewel Pet. Shade gets 2 as we head into a 4v2 in favor of LG on this retake. Low health on both members of Wolfstar here. Swing in. ZC Bro,
One enemy
extremely
remaining.
far away. And their health has just been killed on sight. There is nothing left for them to do except watch as LG turned their spike completely off. Not a good start here.
What happened over in dugout was so funny. Jupet got blinded. She couldn't see it, and then Jupet flashed, so Chicky couldn't see. And they're both whiffing on each other, and then it's who runs out of bullets before the blind runs out.
Absolutely insane,
Stupid
insane
round.
fights. Well, that's what pistols will give you. There's chaos and chaos and skill in equal measure. Set up here early, trying to play strengthen numbers here into B-Link. KJ utility does good to slow them down. As LG sets up, they have one. Jewel Pet quickly trades, but it's an even fight, which is honestly a win for Wolfstar coming into here. Get early information on Shade. Collision gets 1, and that's Wolfstar actually up numbers in their eco round. And they have recovered guns as well. Sonic.
Chicken's health.
So, oh my goodness. Actually surviving on a fingernail right now. They see them. They see Sonic under sight. They have information about where one of the defenders is. And now Sonic and 8 have to figure out how to get this retake done all on their lonesome. They don't have the best weapons for this, a Bulldog and an Outlaw. I mean, the Outlaw one-hits everybody on Wolfstara, but I don't know if that's enough. They hold the high-low in back hall. Can't get the first. ZC Bro gets both. And that is a huge eco round coming in from Wolfstar to keep them in this game.
That is a really important round for Wolfstar to win. I mean, getting any kills on that would have been preferred, but winning the round on your eco buy is huge. I cannot underestimate how huge this is. No, that's stupid.
Placing sentry.
If they can convert this into another round win and start building that momentum, their economy is going to be wonderful, especially if they're light buying into this, but LG's broke.
LG is indeed broke. They're having to come into this round with a pittance of weapons. Well, Wolfstar carries the weapons they found from the previous round and even brings in a cheeky Bucky into this. Sends back hall, and that Bucky immediately becomes viable. Bucky versus Frenzy. I don't know which one I favor, but I don't think it's the Frenzy, as Rue manages to get that kill. 5 versus 3. And this honestly might be a die to spike situation for LG. Wolfstar have a chokehold on this back halls. They are going, it seems, to try and get some space here, but I don't know if I favor this with a Bucky.
Yeah.
And yep, immediately comes in.
Oh my god.
That Bucky immediately becomes powerful, but that is some good headshots in there. Lost has gotten quite low. Emu with the BLG Classic. I don't think they're going to be able to pull off some of the clutches BLG has in the past. As the stun comes in, Emu can only sit and watch, as very likely their life fades away with this spike.
What is my Wolfstar doing?
Interesting from Wolfstar to lose that many weapons to the bomb, but I guess if you're planning on buying the next round anyway, it's not that big of an investment to secure the round. I don't know if it counts as securing though.
What is Wolfstar doing? What? I mean, I guess it doesn't matter, but why are you all staying in the bomb ring? That's my franchise. Another really good round, a really good convert. It's another gun round, so it could go either way.
I'll find you.
Maybe we even it out.
Early Phoenix ultimate, trying to find some space here in A main.
Oh.
Flashes themselves, doesn't end up mattering. Breaks the KJ utility early, but is gonna have to face into this double if they decide to fight. Now Shade, top frag, 4LG, decides to face, gets one!
Ooh.
Huge jiggle peek. That is an absolutely enormous jiggle peek, and that is the smokes out of the round for Wolfstar. That's going to be really tough if they get into a post-plant situation to not be able to smoke off the alleyways. It's a huge pick in there from Shade, as there kind of seems to just kind of be a pause right now. Everyone waiting. Inserts being left in mid. Rue seeing if anyone gets so bold as to walk out and challenge them. Mochiso playing the crossfire with Sonic. This could be deadly if Wolfstar decides to fight into this. They decide to try and break it with some utility. They see one.
30 seconds left.
Mochiso gets isolated, gets killed out. Sonic hiding on site. Finds the first, finds the second, gets traded away.
Last player
And
standing.
Emu immediately gets the numbers. And Rue is left all by themselves in mid. Flash, swung on. Jewel Pet closes the round. And those new weapons for LG help them keep their lead going into the next.
Feels good to win a round after losing your bye, and then subsequently the round after that. Shade putting in so much work with these early frags. You know, both fades are on the top of the board, so both a really good game so far from Chicken and Shade, but just early picks are too OP.
Still waiting.
Fade Eye, broken early. Jewel Pet, this worked last round. They're going to do it again. They move up. Starting to play almost a little bit like how LG was playing their attack side early. Very slow, very methodical, trying to find these openings before they actually commit to a hit. But LG have found a lot of space in A main. They know A is not coming anytime soon from main. Shade. Absolutely all of the information about where the hit isn't right now. Gonna quickly run into the KJ utility. Staying safe out of it.
Killed my bot.
They detect the flanker, but Shade is immediately backing off. They're regrouping. This looks like it's leaning towards B. Or maybe not. Maybe they want to fight. They see Shade and say, that's their big hitter. Let's get him off the field.
30 seconds left.
Moving in. Being very methodical again. They are slowly winding this clock down. They have a fight in main. They find Shade. Uses their ultimate. Lost. Swings in. Quick trade. Wolfstara manages to get two. Get Shade and Jewel Pit off the floor. That is huge for them.
10 seconds
Emu
left.
finds an early time and gets in front of the KJ utility, but the turret detects them. Collision sees them, gets the frag, and now it's a 4v2 retake. Mochiso seized up inside the smoke. Going to be detected in a moment here. And Rue in a huge position to punish this, and does. It's 1 versus 4 for Sonic. I don't think this is going to happen. Wolfstar responds immediately into this game.
The flank that Sonic had was almost really good. You know, getting behind everyone in art. I just think it was a little mistimed with the fight that was taken back in Flowers. I also don't really know the timing. Maybe he was nervous of someone watching him, but a really good round from Wolfstara. Taking it a little slow, looked a little lost, but it worked in the end.
Alright, we're playing the pack game again. LG on defense has decided that mid is theirs to have. Fully clearing out everything, being extremely aggressive. And Wolfstar says, you know what? That's fine. You can have mid. We're taking the site. Full space. Triple flank here coming out from LG. Trying to find some room. They've been heard. Fighting in. Stun is early. Bro gets Jewel Pet. Collision and Rue. Swing back. ZC Bro and Rue get Mochiso and Emu. And now, it's a 5 versus 2. With 5 people in main sitting back, trying to shut down the side. Collision gets the first. Lost gets the second. And we have a tie game, ladies and gentlemen.
We have a game! Hurrah! The pack mentality is so funny. Seeing it last half from Wolfstar running it down mid with LG just rushing it aside, and then the reverse of LG's rushing it down mid, and now Wolfstar is just full pushing A. It's just, this is what happens on Pearl, and it kind of makes me hate this map, but it's also really funny to watch.
Yeah. When you have a map that has so much neutral space to take, seems almost, you know, too good to be true if you're able to just say, you know what, we'll just outnumber you here. You know, when you have nothing better, when you have no weapon advantage, just say, I have more people than you do. But as always, as very often the case, the better guns win out. But it's a lot slower now that the other side has a threat to deal with. Emu gets protected from being seen by the drone. It's a good break there from Shade to hide the fact that Emo's in dugout. And look at how much space Sonic has taken in B main. They have a really good idea of where this hit is coming from. As Wolfstar, they double back to mid. They start taking some space. Leave Rue inserted in A main to fight 3 people by themselves. Dog clears out Art, so they know that no one's there. Response coming out early. It's a very slow round, signing in mid.
30
Starting to
seconds
take in B-Link. Mochiso sets up. Sees the first. Doesn't get the frag. Lost doesn't. But Shane gets 2, 3!
Enemy remaining.
To help ice this round as Jewel responds and Art at the same time. And now, the solo insert Rue is left all on their own. About to be triple song, being
10
held
seconds left.
with almost no chance in this round, and now it is no chance. Emu closes the round, but that was a huge fight from Shade.
The high-low of Doom and Despair. No, Shade, so much impact, trading his teammate and then also getting 2 more on top of it. Is it Energy who do the really slow stuff? I can't remember who did it most recently. Phonetic, maybe. I just stop waiting till 30 seconds. This is VDC, man. Go run it down. Stop waiting till 30 seconds. Go do something.
This is VDC Prospect, man. I think they've heard you. They're starting to set up for a big B hit on Wolfstar. Wolfstar is taking your words to heart, it seems. We set up here. Looking in. I have 5 people, you have 2. Let me think. I think I have a chance here.
The
As we
math
set up in
checks
B
out.
main, Rue. Rue sets up. Lots of ultimates to use here. Mochiso sets up a smoke early. They take back sight. Sonic hiding on sight. Chicken immediately catches out Mochiso, and Sonic gets caught too. But Jewel Pet responds. Lost, getting a little bit aggressive there, thinking that they had more space than they actually did. Fade ultimate. Try and slow down the retake from CT.
You should run.
Jewel Pet, ulted, into sight. Jade gets chicken. That equals out the numbers. And now it's an even fight. Double fight. Emu and Shade managed to catch the backcall player. But this Killjoy lockdown is absolutely huge for time delay. They have both players in main, and they have tons of delay utility. They have the Killjoy. They have the Tejo. But is that enough? That's a huge frag. No utility needed for that one. Flash through.
Last player standing.
Jewel Pet gets the first. Double.
They're
swing
not gonna have
high-low.
time.
No time. Jewel Pet. Managed to delay, but you're
I
right.
don't think.
This
Yeah.
round's over.
We
Oh my
have a
goodness.
game. That was. I don't. I really think that you have to maybe try and like push the KJ ult or like push the Tejo. You have to do something because with that kind of setup, you just have so much stall. Which is why I really do like Wolfstar's comp because Tejo Killjoy, you get so much stall potential, and what do you really do about that with no veto?
With no way to counteract that utility, it really is just a game of can I get them to burn all of it before I have to go? And that time they couldn't. Good round as we get ready for a fight here in B-Link. Early space taken. Rue inserted by themselves once again. Lost, ready to support if anything comes out. Flash to try and delay. They found Shade. But do they want to fight them? Mochiso playing the slight off angle. Rue might be aware of this. Sees it. Unable to get the first punish. Mochiso gets a huge amount of damage. Hides under sight. Lost. He's going to be slowed up here by the gravity well as Mochiso sets up. LG has a pincer on here. They have a pincer on the people in B-Link. Flashes in. Mochiso gets one. Pet gets the next. Chicken responds. And Rue equalizes the numbers. 3 versus 3, but they are low health.
Got one.
And
My
they are
ultimate
quickly
is
taken
ready.
down by Emu.
Spike planted.
Chicken, plant save.
Player standing.
Unable to stop the huge double swing from Pet and Emu. They each get one. And go up to 11 to 10.
Yeah,
I don't know what else they could have
stall.
done.
Not get stalled. I think that
My ult is ready.
who is it?
Come back in,
Mochiso
save the day.
using that util just gives LG so much time to sort of wrap. I mean, Emu and I can't remember who else was mid, just going through connector to flank the people that were still stuck in Link. It's just so strong. I really think that you need to try and brute force through that if you're gonna go the split B angle, especially when, you know, they've been having a lot of players mid, so you either need to just shove through or try and take the fight with the people that are inevitably gonna flank.
Yeah, I think it was Jewel Pet who was fighting with them because they flashed into that position. But we have no time to talk about that. A main seems ripe for a fight. Rue gets in front of it. Flash gets flashed. Smoke early. Lots of damage being put into the players on Wolfstara. The Molly gets out. I don't think Rue can escape this, and he doesn't. Collision quickly trades it out, though.
Catch them.
All that fight. Shade is stuck on their own. Unable. Oh my goodness. Wow, I didn't think they had a chance of getting anyone there, but that is a very well-timed jiggle to make sure that numbers do not go in favor of Wolfstara. Emu set up here in B-Link. Probably going to hear that this is moving towards B and call the rest of the team over. Mochiso starts to move. Sonic starts to move. So yes, this will be a full-on 3 versus 3 on the B site. That Molly is huge for delay. Emu, even more delay with that not deadlock, pardon me, with that Killjoy lockdown. I don't know when Deadlock got here, but
Deadlock's my
They
favorite
hacked the
character in these comps.
yes. As we come in, is quickly gone from Wolfstara having the pressure to now LG has all the position in the world. They set up on site. Umu set up to capitalize on any space that Sonic finds. Sonic finds one, Mochiso gets the second, and the third is unable to find anything. They each get one. And that is every player on LG finding one for that round and putting them on to match point. That is a huge round to win. And clearly we'll start a thing too because they need to have a talk.
I feel like I'm watching a game of Overwatch sometimes. If we think back with our noggins to that fight that happened in A, Jewel used all of her util within the first 15 seconds. I think there was 2 Fade Dogs that went through. There was at least 1 Omen Blind. There was a Neon Stun. I'm pretty sure half of the lobby used their kit in that A fight. I really think when you put that much pressure onto A and then, you know, it's even trades, you kill 2, you die, you lose 2. I really think that you need to slow down and not just instantly go to the other side. And I think that's really where Wolfstara started to struggle, is because they flip and they go to the site with the Killjoy util and they have no time left.
Yeah, no time left. Plenty of delay put out by that KJ. Emu, she has an absolutely huge impact at the round. Not even just kills, but just the time that she bought for their team was enormous to get them on to match point, or to map point, might I say. As we move in, what do you know? They're set up in A main again. Neon ultimate, running it down, but quickly punished by Shade. What an... Oh my... Shade seems unstoppable right now. That was unbelievable. To get in, Wolfstara clearly a little bit hesitant to try and fight into A after Shade showed what they were capable of. We quickly see Sonic has taken the B space once again. LG have a really good idea of what's going on right now. Wolfstara, they're split up 2 and 2. Not really committing to anything right now. They have B-Link space, but they're not going to have much of it for much longer because Shade's coming. Where Shade comes, Shade usually finds a kill. Looking early. Gonna have contact here. Rue. I don't know if they're thinking about this. Unable to get the kill. Shade finds one. Finds a third. And what do we say? They might just be the win condition.
30 seconds.
Jewel.
One enemy
Find the first on 20 health.
down B.
They don't
Chicken
know.
just
Chicken
snuck
finds
past.
himself. What's going on?
win.
Chicken goes to the shadow room for a second. Hides in a corner. Tries to find a position, but can't do it. And that will take us off Pearl. LG win 13-10. And man, oh man, Shade was, quite frankly, unbelievable that entire map.
Yeah, Shade definitely gets his flowers for that map. 6 first bloods from your initiator is amazing. A 29 and 14 KD is even better, and I mean, you still are getting the assists from setting up your second frag, which is your 22 and 14 Phoenix. So, really good game from LG. I think equally as good of a game from Wolfstara, despite the fact that they let it slip. I'm gonna chalk it up to nerves for right now. I mean, this was also LG's map pick, I believe. So, you know, we'll see what happens in Corrode.
We will see. There was a lot of different strategies that were taken into that map. There were times when both sides decided, you know what, let's play slow, let's play methodical, let's try and find some space here. But just as frequently, there were times when they decided, you know what, no, we have numbers, we'll take the space, we're just going to run it down. And honestly, I thought both strategies made sense at different points. Sometimes you just got to hit the shots, and you know, both sides had moments where they did, and this time LG had a few more where that happened. We come out here, that was map 1 of our Wolfstara Packfire versus LG Pink Azalea playoff match. We come in, we see both these teams come out firing, trying to show what they're made of early here. But it's not over. We got at least one, and hopefully even more maps to come. Don't you go anywhere. We'll be right back after a break.
Hey, Kai.
Put you on a one-way flight. I can get you away tonight. You know I can change your life. First class, alright. Put you on a one-way flight. I can get you away tonight. You know I can change your life. First class, alright. Put you on a one-way flight. I can get you away tonight. You know I can change your life. First class, alright. Put you on a one-way flight. I can get you away tonight. You know I can change your life. First class, alright. Put you on a one-way flight. I can get you away tonight. You know I can change your life. First class, alright. Break, 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 break. With you always by my side, off of the ground.
Is this thing on? I think it's on. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Prospect. What is this? Quarterfinals? Yay! We'll start Packfire versus LG. Pink Rose, right? No.
Pink Azalea, I believe.
Pink Azalea. Flower names. Super excited for map number 2. I think we're going into Corrode next. I am joined by the wonderful Enigma. My name is Sonder. Are you excited for map 2? I am excited for map 2.
I'm really excited for map 2. I don't know about you, but that first map was full of enough strategical, at least attempts at different strategies, that I'm excited to see what people are going to cook up here on Corrode. There's so much opportunity to try and be creative with map 2 and be creative in the mid with Corrode. I really want to see how much space and what kind of compositions that we're going to get as we move in here to Agent Select. This is interesting. I don't know about you.
I'm pondering. The
Sonder is
clove lock-in.
pondering.
The clove lock-in is just so. I feel like Corrode is such a bad map for Clove because of the smoke timings. I don't know if that's like a common feeling for people, but
Yeah, it's interesting. I think that short smokes can be a disadvantage, but I think it's also playstyle dependent. If they want to take space with these smokes, like use them and then immediately capitalize on them, not rely on them for space denial, not rely on them for anything other than just another wrinkle in the map. Use it more almost like a slightly longer like neon wall or phoenix wall or something like that. I could see it working. I do share your concerns with its use in terms of delay though. I think, I don't know, I'm curious. They are running the double duelist though, which gives me some hope that they are trying to lean into this more aggressive playstyle.
they're running double duelist and also a chamber. So I would expect LG to take a lot of, you know, aggressive angles and aggressive fights, especially considering they're on attack. I would assume with a comp like that, they're probably just going to look to absolutely stomp on their attack and then get the 2, 3, 4 rounds that they need, 6 rounds that they need on defense.
Freudian slip, might I say.
I'm thinking about Chicken. Chicken gets 167 joke every game, according to the Packfire notes, and I would believe it. It does remind me of Aventus back when I was there, but regardless,
It's an interesting allotment. That's an interesting budget to impose upon a teammate, but we'll see how it goes. We have LG.
If he doesn't have a budget, he's just gonna keep spitting it, and it's not gonna be anything good.
All right.
Regardless, a little bit of a split coming out from LG. I mean, you have the chamber down in mid, and then you have 2 on either side, trying to poke and prod and see what they can get. Not a whole lot of aggression over on B, because that is where the Cypher is, so I think they're probably going to set their sights over to maybe split A, but, you know, Phoenix is taking the run through. Spawn in mid, a little jaunt as they go to push through A, and we do have Woods followed up by ZC Bro trying to defend, but looks like that C's kind of pushed them off their track, trying to get a little bit of space over towards mid, over towards A Link, trying to see if they can catch anyone out. Not quite, as a couple of shots come through. Chicken trying to see if he can catch anyone out, and a fight does break out as the Link fight begins. Chicken able to catch out Shade. Mochiso quickly getting the trade, and swiftly this is going towards LG. Collision is left all alone on this A Cypher right now, trying to defend against 4 LG members. Not quite able to get Jewel Pet and Emu before unfortunately dying. Rue could get this. I mean, the HP is not in his favor, but the chamber is low. I think you can shoot through that. Does get it halved, unfortunately. Mochiso with a 3K.
That was a big round there from LG. They opened it up strong. They tried pressuring mid. They tried exploring a little bit like they were on map 1, looking at B, looking at mid, but they ended up deciding, you know what, nah, A is the play here. And they fought hard. They got through that link. They got into sight with very few people lost before that fight into elbow. But a little bit of pressure put into the round from Wolfstara, but it wasn't enough as we come in. See how they deal with this eco round.
Looking to see a lot of mid pressure again quickly into this A link, it seems like, as we get Jewel Pet and also Sonic just absolutely running it down. Woods unfortunately loses that fight over an A main to Shade, and Mochiso is able to catch out Collision in mid. This was swiftly going in LG's favor, which shouldn't be too surprising looking at their gun rounds. It does slow down a little bit because we have 2 of the Wolfstara players trying to flank the mid, but the spike is going to go down. Mochiso able to catch out Rue across the map, and it is up to ZC Bro and Chicken, and now just ZC Bro.
Hold on.
Able to catch 1. And maybe 2.
What the heck?
Sonic.
Oh.
Unfortunately not. But some good chip damage. Not the terrible, but a round for LG.
A little bit of whiffage there going on in the other. I don't know. Some neon antics, some counter strafing that maybe quite didn't land, but they managed to get it anyway. I don't know if I would say clean, but it was a solid anti-eco round in there from LG. Wolfstara now, they have some guns. They have a little bit more ability to influence this round. So let's see what they figure out as they look to be pretty spread out as they start.
We're gonna see a little bit of this default coming through again. Mochiso really liking that mid line, trying to see what they can get, but unfortunately not quite anything yet. We're also seeing some A aggression, and I think Woods might try and catch someone off, but ends up backing up. We see LG going to hit that A, and I think they are favoring it. Ooh, ZC Bro turning right as they go.
Oh boy.
LG.
Hold on.
Oh, look at Woods.
Oh my.
ZC Bro able to catch out Sonic, Collision, and Chicken. It is swiftly in Wolfstara. If they don't lose any guns, this might be really good, but there's 2 guns on the ground. I spoke too soon. Jewel Pet trying to open up this round, and Mochiso is there as well, but it is a 3v2. The HP might be on the side of LG.
1 enemy remaining.
Okay.
Oh, Collision able to catch out Jewel Pet. They know where he is.
Last player standing.
This.
Oh.
Ooh. Rue able to clean it up. That was really scary for Wolfstara.
It was. Coming to that round, they had all the advantage. It was 5 versus 2 at one point. But LG, they managed to get 4 of them. Take them down low health, dink them, and then finish off the kills. That almost turned out very bad. But even if they didn't win the round, that was a huge a huge amount of economy broken down from LG.
Yes, this should do.
It's an interesting trip here from Rue.
This goes here.
Maybe it's...
That goes
Uh-oh.
there.
You want to play? Let's play.
This is some tech I've never seen before. We're seeing this mid chamber once more, but we're gonna try and put this fight onto B's side. Chicken
Oh my god.
fighting for his life, but Collision gets 2 with a ghost. How did he do that? I wish I could have seen. Quickly backing up, and I think giving up the site just to wait for the rotate of his teammates to come back. Now that they do have this number advantage, they are going to have to deal with Mochiso with that op over in main, but I think Collision did spot out his elbow. Sonic able to catch out Rue. Might be getting traded, but Chicken looking to take a fight with Emu. Unfortunately misses the first shot.
Oh!
Gun is picked up, able to catch out Sonic. It is now a 2v4, incredibly winnable for this eco round.
One
Just
enemy
have to get
remaining.
that op down. But kills or not, he's not going to be able to stop
No.
that defuse.
Yeah.
Ooh, and loses his gun.
Well, I believe that was his ultimate, so I don't think he actually lost.
He Handle.
an op. Oh, did he have another rifle instead?
Yes.
Ah. Oh, that is worse than I expected. That's a
Yes.
very well orchestrated retake there. From what was it? I believe. Hold on. Why am I forgetting teams? From Wolfstar.
Ow. My co-caster
I'm-
forgetting the team names.
I'm forgetting teams. I'm getting that 167 joke from earlier is already destroying me.
It's the brain rot. We're seeing. Looks like probably some more B aggression. I think they're trying to farm out Jewel Pet's ult, which isn't a bad shout. She did a lot of work last time. Oh my goodness. Machiso is getting absolutely damaged out. The Phoenix ult does come through, trying to push through, but Chicken quickly taking it down and stopping that push. They are going to be stalled out by these smokes as they just dance around main a little bit, maybe try and see where they can get pressure elsewhere. We do have a little bit of mid space over on Shade, but Woods seemingly knows that it might not be an all-out B hit as LG regroups mid, looking maybe now to go towards a Link, which is going to walk straight into Woods' line of sight if he can.
Oh no!
Hit the shots. Unfortunately, he can't. Jewel Pet is able to take him down, and this is a free A site for the most part, despite the trips being there, but they're set up mostly for elbow, which LG doesn't have to walk through at all.
30 seconds
They
left.
do have a little bit of CT space. Collision is going to take off Sonic's head, and Rue getting a trade, Machiso able to catch some things in mid, but Wolfstar
Wow, my eyes are
have
down.
taken the site back. Now they just have to get
I must wait a moment.
the line on the spike. I don't think that
They gotta go
Collision
fast.
has any stars. Ooh. The lineup
Oh.
is rough.
Unfortunate. Good capitalization on that round from Emu.
Whatever happens,
All she really had to do was just delay them. The kills are just a bonus. Shade was on an amazingly timed flank coming up through mid after that space that they created to pinch them in the back. That was going to be a tough round to win no matter what. But even better that Emu got them without losing any of their guns or their lives.
Machiso has been
Yeah.
taking so much space mid. I'd love to see Wolfstar fight for it more. Which
That would be
I
useful.
think they might.
bye.
Oh, Woods taking a little dance and saying, hey, I'm out of here. Spots 2. Jewel Pet back to farming orbs, which doesn't surprise me at all. I think they're probably going to make their way over to the B orb because their teammates are holding it for them. We do have 2 people posted up mid
Ooh.
right now, and ZC Bro catching what she said through the smoke. Holy! Check his PC.
Hey, heard your prayers.
Did he even see him, or was that luck? I don't know the smoke. I didn't see the smoke timing. Look at where Emu has gotten though. She is pushed past Chicken, and I'm not sure if they quite know that
Sonic.
Fatal misses. No, but Woods is very aware, perhaps not of the one that's in A main, backing up anyway to try and play with his teammate. There's a little bit of a scuffle going on in mid, but it's mostly for this fight that's about to happen. Woods getting scanned, but
Oh.
able to get one with the stinger before falling to Emu. The spike is going to go down.
Spike
Collision
planted.
trying to see if he can get anything with the Sheriff poking out of the smoke, and Emu has to run, but also kills Rue on her way. This is
One enemy remaining.
swiftly over as Emu kills 3 and Sonic closes out the round by taking off Chicken's head.
It was a light buy round. There were not as many weapons on the other side of the field as there could have been, but LG still secure. They lose their mid player, but that doesn't deter them. They still take their timing. They take their space. They got into a Link really early there and just sat there and waited for their opportunity. And they find their timing. They find their space. That was well played by them. Wolfstar need to start finding some more space on their own and finding some more map pressure on their own if they want a chance to get back in this.
They are taking a little bit more of mid space, as I had suggested before. They do have Chicken on this op line, but it looks like we're going to be poking on some main pressure. Have the orb farming of Jewel Pet going again, takes that B orb, and now is rotating over to take that A orb as Emu is listening out to see if anyone takes it, and
Ooh.
Chicken able to catch up Mochisa. That is a great first pick, but unfortunately Jewel Pet is able to get a trade over on Woods in mid, so it is evened out, and that also is Jewel's ult online. She has been very deadly with that ult, even if she's not killing anyone. Oh
no!
Emu is able to get the kill. Oh, not quite able to get to, but has the ult and pushes through anyway. She's not going to be able to live, I'm afraid, as she is walking into no man's land unless someone on Wolfstara decides to walk into her, but it doesn't look like. I think the call is already being made to save.
Yeah, there's just no real way to get into this round. There's too much space that they would have to clear, too many angles that they would have to consider in order to even give a chance at it. Shade is in a great angle to deny any pressure through mid. They're already holding a crossfire for the CT space. This seems like a good call to save, and even though there was that good hold in mid with the operator to try and take the space and to try and make sure that LG couldn't take the space, it was quickly traded and then just outmaneuvered. The op was not where it needed to be when the time came. Go up 5-2 here. Wolfstara look like they need to find some answers.
Expect to see a timeout maybe coming soon from Wolfstara. Maybe not this round, maybe next round if they lose.
We have vibes and a team. What else do you need? Timeouts are unnecessary.
40k on the line, we playing for vibes.
They just gave Chicken another 6-7 joke as in his budget.
Dude, they're gonna inflate the economy.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a good financial decision.
Certainly not. We're gonna see some more of this orb farming, I presume, as they dance around at the barrier walls. Looking at B, looking at mid, I think they know that Chicken still has this op in his paws, so I think they're probably going to be a little bit afraid of this mid pressure for right now, but this is a light-ish buy from the side of Wolfstara. Everyone except Woods, I suppose. Chicken, able to catch out Shade, just seeing his shoulder. Ugh, I hate teenagers. That's why he gets 6-7 jokes. So he can shoot people in the shoulders. A little bit of space taken. A main, I think just barely, but she's so spotting out collision. Jewelpet opting to rush on to B as this is the site that they are going to hit. This is Rue's site, so not able to take out the ult, unfortunately. Jewelpet proving why she's playing Phoenix. It is going to be a 4v4 retake though. Chicken gets a good second kill technically onto Sonic. Very well done. This could very well open up for Wolfstara. Chicken getting another and spotting one main. They're gonna know at least the chamber's there, if not both. 3 ice. Holy Chicken! 6-7, yes, Chicken! That's why they give him the coupons. That's why they give him the coupons.
That was the extra budget. They gave the budget. The budget is open.
Holy. They gave him the budget and Rue just couldn't believe it, and unfortunately his computer blew up.
Oh no. That was
so
actually such a good that Rue's computer crashed. Holy cow.
It's okay. It gives us time to talk.
Oh my goodness.
What are we thinking? What's going through your head besides 6-7 jokes right now?
I mean, not much, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just kind of in disbelief. Like, Chicken, that was very well played by them, but like I was very impressed also with the fact that that wasn't a eco round. They played their position on the retake really well. They used the Waylay ultimate. That was something I wouldn't have expected you to use on an economy round. Like, it feels like a large investment, but they knew, hey, if we can just slow them down, you know, they're not moving as fast, they're not strafing as much, then we got the player, right? we got the guy. He's on the knives. He's got, he's got the aim. He's got the positioning. Let's just give him a chance to shine. And boy, did he shine.
Indeed, this is what I was saying about Chicken. Last map is he has been consistently, or I mean, as consistent as you can in Prospect, really good with hitting heads. So putting him on this jet, putting him on the character where you get to move around and fly around and dash super fast and just click people's heads is a really good shout, especially if he can play off of woods, which I think they do play well off of each other really well. I really hope we get to see more of that from Chicken, and I would like to see how LG respond to that, just because I mean, you can't let Chicken ace every round, right? Like, how many coupons can you give a man?
I mean, I think the main thing is Chicken had the ultimate weapon for any head clicker, which is the jet knives. With a regular weapon, they have to work a lot harder to try and get that, but I still think LG needs to be careful. Wherever Chicken goes, be wary. I think Rue, his computer may have begun to reboot. We shall see how close we are to getting back in, but yeah, that's a huge swing round in terms of not even just economy, just like momentum, just morality. Like the morale is way higher on Wolfstar right now. Like that, everyone's like, yeah, you're the man. You're hyped up. Get your duelist activated. I mean, the sky's the limit. See how it goes. We move in here. Coming in, it's LG 3. Oh no. We may have had a second.
Went to go get a drink.
We have a second issue. We will be back, I promise. More analysis will tide us over until we can get back to this beautiful game.
More analysis? No. Let's circle back to what we were talking to before stream. Apple fritters.
Okay, yes. Actually, perfect. Great discussion. All right.
It is a great discussion. I don't understand where you're going to get an apple fritter that it doesn't have apples in it, unless you're actually just going to like Dunkin'. Cause like,
yeah, I don't think I've ever been to a real donut shop that has an apple fritter and doesn't have apples in it. This is like saying like I'm gonna make a cheesecake, but I'm not gonna use cream cheese. Like, wait, no, that
yeah,
doesn't work.
exactly. Like, what? Like, where are you you're not going to real donut shops if you're, or it's like not a place that sells real apple fritters. It's like they're just selling like what
It's
even
just
is it if
it's just a fritter at that point, right?
It's
like
just a fried donut. It's just a fried donut with glaze on it. Like, I think you can make other kind of fritters too, like with different fruit. Like, can you just put other stuff in? Because it's a fried donut with apples in the middle, right? Like, you can put other stuff in it. I just think that the apple ones are probably the most popular.
Yeah, I think apples in desserts in general are very popular. I think, just the way, like I'm getting into chef terms here, but like the flavor profile, I don't know what I'm talking about. I am genuinely
profile and the texture.
Yes, don't worry about it. Hey, if an apple pie can be popular, then why not an apple fritter, right? It's fried dough with apples. It's warm. It's got probably some cinnamon in there as well. Like, there's nothing wrong with it.
I mean, it's like basically
that's
the
a
same
good question.
thing.
That's a good question. Blueberry fritter. I'm curious where that's going, because blueberry muffins are a thing. Maybe it's a temperature thing. Maybe it's like fritters are typically hot, but blueberry muffins usually aren't. I may just have only had cold blueberry muffins. So I don't know about you guys.
Cold blueberry See, I think that's a problem of you, because you can get your blueberry muffins heated up, and I think it's very like, especially like at Starbucks, right? Like, don't they have muffins?
Well, they have muffins,
get it heated up.
Okay, no, now you're just fruit. You're trying to
stop rage baiting.
This is a very interesting. I don't know if this is on stream, but there's a very fun Stork du Soleil performance going on right now. I'm unsure if this can be seen on stream, but there's a Cirque du Soleil juggling performance being performed. We'll
Sonic
see if this.
is very talented.
Yes. This is peak entertainment. This is what prospect players get up to when computers decide to not behave. I don't know if I've ever seen something more glorious. Is Sonic doing this by themselves? Or is there a partner here? It looks
I
like there's a
don't
partner because
remember.
they seem to be throwing up more weapons than should be possible for an individual. Who's standing next to them?
I think
Oh, it's Emu.
Mochiso's
It's
also
Emu.
throwing.
No, it's Emu. It's Emu.
No, Mochiso is too.
Oh, is it all three of them?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's Mochiso, Emu, and oh yeah, it is. Wait, why are they taking out their chamber weapon? You can't drop that.
It's a three-way juggling ring. This is so epic.
This is actually insane.
Is
See,
this more interesting than the actual playoff game?
This might be more interesting than the actual play. Well, I mean, it's at least more interesting than talking about apple fritters.
Hey, what else am I supposed? You want us to go to break? Like, I gotta keep the people entertained.
No, we can keep them entertained. I'm just still kind of reeling over the fact that someone asked about a tomato fritter. Like, that's just gotta caught me off guard.
Yeah, but that's just rage bait. I mean, if you really want to talk about it, if tomatoes are fruits, does that mean that, like, fruit belongs on pizza? Is that why pineapple's okay? Because, like,
Well,
it's like
okay,
a fruit sauce.
Well, see, that's an interesting discussion because tomato as a fruit isn't actually like a. So there's different definitions of fruit. There's the fruit as in like the biological definition of fruit, and then there's fruit as in like the food group fruit. Biologically, a tomato is a fruit. Food group wise, it is not a fruit.
But why not?
Because I'm not sure. I don't know everything about this topic. Despite what people may believe from the way that I am talking right now, I am not an expert. I am talking simply to pass the time until some electronic impulses decide to behave properly within the devices of the players in our game.
Do you think it's like a societal issue?
Please, sorry. Please repeat that question. I could not hear you. So that actually is a good question. We should see. Okay, do people think that pineapple on pizza is a good thing? I don't know about
No.
you, Sonder, but I think it's acceptable only if you have nothing like normal. Like if you need something more than cheese, then fine. But if you have something other than like, pineapple to put as a topping on a pizza, I would probably
There's
take that.
no one who's just putting pineapple. There's no way in hell that someone is ordering just pineapple on their pizza, though.
Oh, you would
like,
be surprised.
when-
I am from California. I've seen it.
Ew. Well, that's your problem.
Yeah, see, I'm not going to deny it's a problem. I'm just saying it's not impossible.
If you get pineapple on your pizza, isn't it normally like Hawaiian and that has like ham with it, right?
Ham. Yeah, it has. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on where you're from. Some people call it ham. Some people call it Canadian bacon. It kind of just depends.
Same difference.
Yeah, I mean, same difference. But like, yeah, I agree that typically pineapple is only on pizza. And oh, wait, hold on. Is there a moment of truth?
I think we're good to stop talking about random stuff and go
Oh
back
my
to
goodness.
watching the video game.
Oh my goodness, I can actually talk about the game that I like. Holy cow.
We're getting back into it. This was like 6 tech pauses back to back to back. We're gonna see some A aggression. Woods is trying to take a fight, but then gets scared, so he backs off. LG absolutely running it down. There's 4 people in A main, stalled out a little bit by the Woods util as well as this smoke. I think they're gonna wait and see if Machiso is able to catch out anything in mid.
Oh,
But
wow.
Woods taking some. Oh, got some shots through the smoke. ZC Bro is able to catch out Mochiso. This is swiftly going in Wolfstar's favor. Joel Pet trying to push through. Shade is able to catch Woods. I think that was through the wall. ZC Bro quickly getting the trade though onto Jewel Pet as she fights out of her smoke collision. Ooh, the Fade Dog makes them blind, and this is very swiftly an even round. I think we're gonna slow it down a tiny
planted.
bit as Wolfstara kind of groups up. Chicken swapping out his op for a Vandal, which is probably a smart play in Rue on the CT line. I think we're gonna see a fight over from Yard as Emu is taken down now in Wolfstar's favor, and
Oh, wow.
Sonic as well. It is gonna be all up to Emu, who is rapping. Chicken.
Oh, wow.
That wasn't Emu, that was Shade. Chicken ends it. I can't read. We're back in the game. 4-5.
Yeah. I was a little bit confused about how that round was playing out. I thought that the Cypher trip was in a slightly different, was on the other team, and so I was convinced that that was why they weren't pushing in, but they were just playing for space. Do manage to get on site early there, but there was some good work put in by the players on site to try and delay them. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough. Shade, the heroics weren't there for this round. Some good early spam kills, but wasn't enough to actually get the round across the finish line.
Definitely a good try. Chicken with the Sop is so funny. I think it's gonna be up versus up because Mochiso also does have an just barely
That's a
missing
haircut.
Jopet's head. But getting up the first kill onto Shade over in a main. The Fade ult is gonna come through, which
Spike down.
holy
A.
collision catching too. This is very quickly falling apart for LG. Sonic is alone on an island in mid right now, and that op is just posted up. A smoke does come through to help the defenders push through that and get Sonic. You are being double held of doom and despair.
The op, the Vandal. What else can you do? Trying to save this weapon.
Ready.
I don't
Yeah,
think they can do it. Oh my goodness, look at this holding mid.
This is the friendship hold.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Able to catch Woods. Only one bullet left, so either you push as a team and pray, or they might just let him keep it.
30 seconds left.
You say let him keep it. I don't think that's on the menu. Collision. Well, maybe not. I thought they were going to push.
I do not think Collision is going to have the guts to solo push the op. I just really think that's a bad idea, frankly. And I
10
think
seconds left.
Wolfstara is telling him that, notably. They're gonna let him save the op, and we're gonna go into the next round. 5-5 is not bad.
For which side is this? Are you talking about? Like, I think
For-
both sides honestly feel like they could have more. Like there's rounds going both ways that I think you could honestly say that either team maybe unlucky, like a small micro misplay, like either way. But it's like I feel like both teams kind of feel like they have missed opportunities.
I'm pretty sure. I feel like this feels better for Wolfstara than it does for LG. I feel like if you're LG, this feels kind of bad. I feel like attack is kind of easier. Hot take. I don't really play this game anymore. I haven't played a shooter in like a month. I have been playing Final Fantasy. But I really do think that if you're Wolfstara, you're really happy with how this half is going right now, especially with their comp. I mean, they have the Jet Waylay, they have the Fade, they have a lot of really fast aggression, and I mean, so does LG, but if you're LG and you have that fast aggression comp, you're really going to want to get more on your attack side, and you're not. It's even. So
Yeah.
even if this ends 5-7 or, 6-6, I think that
you had to hold yourself back there. I could feel
I was
it.
thinking about it. It's not possible. It's not something that can happen. That's not how many rounds are in a half. But
No.
no matter which way it shakes out, I think this feels good for Wolfstara. We are going to see some B aggression over here. Chicken not taking the first shot, but he's able to catch out. It almost lined up. Look at how much weight he hit Jopet in the legs. Oh my goodness, that was almost the play of a lifetime. They are gonna slow a little bit down. They still do have that mid pressure. Does Mochiso have a... Yeah, he still has that op. I forgot he saved. Short-term memory loss, but Shade is pushed up, able to catch off too. That's the op down. And suddenly numbers for LG. Looks like they're
Still
gonna take
waiting.
this B fight, trying to split through. This is Rue left on an island. I mean, he can
Careful now.
try and maybe get a little bit, but I think he's just gonna opt to play it safe and catch up the aggression from Julpet as his team rotates through mid. He is gonna see that he is being pushed by Shade.
Oh wow.
Collision. Great shot.
One enemy remaining.
Oh wow.
Another great shot. Oh my goodness. Wolfstara, they took those couple minutes and they locked in, unfortunately. Emu's gun barrel just poking out a little bit. Another round for Wolfstara. This is great if you're Wolfstara. This is epic.
Yeah. No preference on who's winning these rounds at all, right? Like no preference for that. No bias for that. We're feeling good. You know?
Last round in the
LG
I
coming into that round. what was that?
Okay.
Sorry.
I can admit maybe it's my bias. But also this is how I feel about the map. I feel like if I'm on defense with this comp, I'm gonna feel good about 6-5.
Oh no.
Gonna feel good about
100%.
7-5.
I 100% agree. It's a huge round to get. Defense is often difficult on this map, especially when you have that double duelist. It is not always in your favor to try and take that space back, but they do a good job getting right into the action
op
here.
battle. Oh, and they both miss. I actually didn't think Chicken shot. I do want to point out we do have a lot of ults on the side of LG, so I think if it's any round to even it out, it is going to be this one, just based off ult economy alone. We are just going to see some shots through the smoke that are unfortunately not going to connect, but maybe fortunate if you're an LG fan. Mochiso able to catch out Chicken, and that is numbers advantage going over to LG for the time being. There is so much space taken in mid. Julpet ulting through B, able to catch out ZC Bro, but not able to catch out Rue, but still the aggression continues. Rue left alone on his island, able to catch out one, and then backing up, but I think that Julpet, no, not going to continue to push it, but Rue able to catch out Shade as well. Doing some work for his team, but unfortunately not able to do much more, and it's all up to Woods versus an app. And that's our 6-6 half. You know what happens next round?
Oh no. Uh-oh.
No matter which way you twist it.
The budget might be allocated. There's a chance. There's a chance the budget has been amended.
Allocated. So
There's a chance the budget might be amended.
Are we
That is reasonable.
Is the budget allocated for them to win this round or for them to lose this round? Because technically if they lose, then it's
No. We're not making another joke in that vein. We're
Okay,
leaving this
okay,
as it
no,
is. This is
no,
for Chicken.
okay.
We're not gonna touch it. We're
Okay,
moving
we're
on.
done.
All right.
Anyway, we're gonna see, this is most likely gonna be an A split. We see a lot of aggression over in A main. Woods able to catch out Shade, but there is, look at Emu's position. The fall, they're gonna turn around and no! Rue able to catch her out. That is such a good start for Wolfstara. This A site is going to be free with the exception of Mochiso in the back. Oh my goodness, able to catch out Woods, and Julpet is able to catch out Rue over in mid. It is kind of even still on the side of Wolfstara as they get into post plant. They are planting for CT, and they are going to be able to get that space. Julpet flashing through, not quite getting anything, but it is the only hope as they try and poke their way through, and one has been spotted. The suck does come through, is getting Julpet. She is now vulnerable. It is all up to Sonic, able to get one, but not another. Collision cleans it up. 7-6.
Yeah, we got coming into this round. LG tried to find that early timing. Emu through mid. She tried to find that timing on the two players walking into Link, but unfortunately dropped down. Had the audio cue, and Rue turned around. Rue was ready. Shut that down right away, and then 2v3 on that retake. That was always going to be difficult. Wolfstara converts the round, gets the lead, and this is actually, I believe, the first lead they've had all game. both first and second map.
This is in fact true. They are gonna go and take this A push again, this time not splitting, just absolutely barreling it down Woods. Oh my goodness, that dash was brave. ZC bro able to catch out the first kill in collision, catching up Mochiso as well, try to save his smokes from certain death. Slowing down just a little bit. There are two defenders posted up to kill that trip as it gets put down, but Emu might have a little bit of a timing, but I think Woods is very aware. Does get a little bit of poke.
Last player
Ooh.
standing.
Okay, I thought that went really different. It is now all up to Emu, and I am not sure how much she's going to be able to get with only a classic, but there is two of Wolfstara that are pretty low. She might
but
also
so
just
is
opt
she.
to die to the spike.
If you remember from map 1, in this situation, Wolfstara did... Okay, that's not gonna happen this time. Wolfstara did also die a lot to the spike in this situation. Thankfully, Collision decides that's not happening this time, gets the final kill, ends the round before the spike even has a chance to steal weapons away from them.
Should I play some
They
stars
really
in this
like to
reality?
blow up.
That's a good comment. We should write that under their team on the official website, vdc.gg, in case you're wondering.
That's what's gonna be. You know, when they put out the graphic for the end of the season for who wins, Wolfstara,
Yeah.
they really like to blow up.
Yes, perfect. I cannot see any issues with this.
Yes, going into the next round, we're gonna see a lot of B aggression. They are really
Oh,
opting
no.
to absolutely slime it out. Woods over, up on the top, and Chicken able to catch out Shade, and then also Sonic catching, or making up for Woods' death. Collision able to catch out Emu. This is...
Done here.
Holy, this is not good. If you're LG, you just lost 3 guns to the paws of your ecoing opponents. Mochiso and Jewel Pet left to try and salvage what is a very losable round. I'm not really sure
this even worth it?
what the game plan is. I think they might just save.
Yeah, is this even worth it? Like, the weapons are so much more valuable going into the next round. I mean, the same cannot be said for Wolfstara. They have all the reason to try and chase these kills.
Please do not
They have
blow
plenty of money.
up.
No, it appears that they've decided that they don't want to blow up this round. That's a
Ooh.
great kill.
Oh, and also might catch out Mochiso as well.
Ooh.
This is...
Uh-oh. What was this about not blowing up? What happened to Ruin Collision?
God, Wolfstara, we love blowing up. What are we doing? Okay, it doesn't matter. We're gonna go into a timeout. What do you need to do if you are LG? Analyze me.
All right. Right now, I think LG is... They're playing too split. They're playing too separated. They have players holding Link. They have players holding on site B, but it was the weak side on B. Like, you know it's the bonus. You know that they're going to be doing something either, probably something really aggressive, something really grouped up. Why are we not sitting back, trying to play pick angles, trying to play, one and, like, not one and done, but like one shot and done, where you're holding a pixel, you fire when you think they're going to be there, you back off. Play the 5v5 retake, right? You have your numbers, you have your guns. It's like your win condition is a little bit different that round. I think LG needs to just kind of take a step back and like really think, like play to their players and play to their win conditions. They have a lot of characters that, a lot of agents that have the ability to try and get in and get out. You have, the Phoenix when they have ult, which they do, that is able to kind of run in and try and get a pick. They have the Chamber, which has the escape with the teleport. They have the Neon, which can, kind of slide away from danger and get away. I think kind of trying to play around these, pieces of utility and trying to play maybe a little bit more kind of, take our engagements, but play them really kind of like, passively, play them soft so that you take the engagement back off and then get ready for the full hit as a team when you're coming back in.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is VCT level analysis. Let's go. I think LG are going to take your word for it. They are using their eco to absolutely run it down B, and I think Wolfstara are going to recognize that as their spike swiftly starts to move toward, a little bit slowly maybe. I think they're maybe a little bit afraid of someone who was sitting on A, but they are very quickly moving to take that site.
Here we go.
Look at the mid road. Has his headphones on.
They found my
I
wife.
don't love that trip.
Ooh.
Oh, unfortunately, run down by Jewel Pet, but this site is free. They are gonna get pinched from everywhere. Flash comes through, able to take down CC Bro. Catches Ochiso as well, and Collision catches another Jewel Pet with the stinger into another stinger. Slowing down a tiny bit. Jewel Pet trying to get some pressure with her stinger, unfortunately not. Shade able to get a trade, but ZC Bro closing it out. 10-6. Looking a little
Looking
rough
good.
if you're LG.
It's looking good for Wolf Star though. You can't really be upset with the
Yes!
way they're playing these situations. They are coming in, they're trading, they're playing their angles smart too. Like the way that they played around the entrance to A there, having one player taking contact with the other one immediately ready to swing and fire as soon as the first player got that contact. You know, Rue being very aware, hearing the flank behind him and catching out that first Neon to stop any ability to entry back in A. It was well played by Wolfstar. They got to keep that up if they want to try and take us to map 3.
Look at this hold of friendship that Mochiso might just swing into. There are 5 people slow walking up B mid. The dog does come through, and the TB comes through, so he does go to safety for now, but Woods is in there. Emu's able to get the trade, but Chicken is also deep on site now, and this is free for Wolfstar. The Astra ult, not sure how much I love that, because it does kind of give them a way onto site, but we'll see how it does end up playing out.
I think it depends
do
on how you play around it.
A little bit of attention on the flank that's slowly coming through for LG, but they do start the site push. Jewel Pet trying to see if she can get anything, but Emu is caught up by Collision. Collision able to catch out another, and then it's just that flank that I was talking about from Shade all up to him in a 3v1. The defenders so spread out, caught out by Rue. I just don't know how much you're gonna be able to get. Spam through smoke and Chicken takes off your head. 11-6.
Yeah, it was a great side hold there from Wolfstara. They got in fast. They leveraged, the utility they had. You could see in the middle of that hit there, Collision got into the astral plane, put down that stun for backside to disorient the chamber on site even more. And that was especially huge considering that Mochiso is currently the top frag for LG. Mochiso's been the one who's been getting them into and out of a lot of these rounds. So taking them down early gets you a huge boost in your chances of winning it, and they go up 11-6 as a result.
Definitely some good target priority, taking out Mochiso first, and I think we might see it happen again as Chicken takes off his head. Another probably freed B site unless Emu is able to do anything, is able to catch out Woods again, but DC Bro is able to get the trade.
Oh no.
Does
Uh-oh.
have
Wait.
ult, though.
Wait.
Oh. Collision? What are we looking? Okay, Chicken is able to catch out the trade for the Clove ult. It is still in Wolfstar's favor, as Jewel Pet is taken down on the flank. Now all up to Sonic with just a Guardian and Regen shields. This doesn't seem very winnable, but Wolfstar is a little bit spread out. If you can get maybe a pick on the one in heaven, unfortunately missing the first gun, but gets the second, and just too many angles to clear and too many fights to take. 12-6.
Match point.
You heard it right there. Announcer in game. Match point. Wolfstara.
Need a drop.
They are right on the brink of taking this game.
Thanks.
And they're doing it with LG on what appears to be like a pseudo light buy. They got light shields. They got bulldogs. I mean, play to your win cons, man. You got 4 ultimates. I mean, true, there is 3 on the other side, but your ultimates, you can use them well. Chicken has those jet knives that they were so effective with earlier. ZC Bro has the ability to blind or not blind, but deafen everyone. Right? I'm liking their chances.
And we'll have to see how their chances go out as we see yet another B hit fast and hard. Woods has already taken out Shade, which is not good if you want to stay in this game. Rue taking out Jewel Pet in the flank. I mean, Mochiso is trying to see if they can get anything with their ult, but I don't think it's going to be a whole lot. The Astra ult does come through. Chicken,
They found my cage
he's
tree.
playing games with the trip.
Okay.
Ooh, is able to take out Rue. And Emu catches out Chicken. It suddenly is a lot more even than it was, but
Wow.
Collision does take out Sonic.
Enemy remaining.
And that's
Attackers win.
the game! 13-6. We are 1-1. We get to see map 3.
Yes, baby. We're heading over to the map where G2 did nothing funny ever.
Are we gonna see people jump off the map?
There is nothing wrong. I hope not intentionally. It'd be funny if it happened unintentionally. But either way, that's map 2, man. We're going map 3. LG could not figure it out. Wolfstar comes back with a vengeance on map 2. Collision 24-11, Chicken 20-9. Both of them having huge impact in this game. 6 first bloods on Chicken. That is an enormous advantage combined with Lost's 4 first bloods. I think all of Lost's first bloods looked like they came on those hits in the second half. They were getting so much value out of diving in on top of the hut in the middle of sight and just immediately capitalizing on anyone backside or link.
I really hope that they continue to put Woods on not Neon, because I feel like he just gets so much more from not playing Neon. I feel like this was definitely one of the reasons why Wolfstar has such a better map, but another reason is, you know, like you said, Chicken and Collision absolutely going insane. Again, this was Wolfstar's pick, so I mean, we saw LG do really good on their pick, and then Wolfstar did really good on theirs, so I guess it really comes up to who's more comfortable on Abyss and who decides to go 20-9 with 6 first bloods.
Yeah, I mean,
or 20 and some
look,
with 6 first bloods.
I'm also looking here at Shade. I feel like Shade, he was such a huge factor on map 1. But coming into map 2, you know, it feels like Wolfstar just kind of figured them out. Like they figured them out. Like there was no space to be had. There was no like ability to play into a situation that Shade could find, because, you know, in the first map, Shade was finding all these timings, finding these abilities to like hold these angles down and not let anyone through. But on map 2, they utilized that double duelist. They utilized the space that it created, and, you know, the kind of you know, the hindrance, the smokes, the you know, the flat. Was there a flash? Oh no, it was just the smoke. Sorry, it was the fade haunt that they used to try and push them off of their favorite lines. And if they can keep that kind of, you know, targeted aggression going, I really like their chances going into map 3.
Certainly. Well, we'll have to see if they keep it up, because we're gonna go to a quick break, and then we'll be back for map number 3, the decider on Abyss.
I took a dive. I didn't know I'd fall so deep into your eyes. I've never been somewhere so sweet. I'm hypnotized. Yeah, you put my mind at ease. Got you divine. I'm thankful that you're mine. Looking at me like people are looking at their phones. I've spent 7 years looking for love that I can hold. Now I know your love is all I need. Now I know. Yeah, your love is all I need. Running around with you always by my side, off of the ground. Cause the feeling's so damn high. I'm hypnotized. Yeah, you put my mind at ease. Got you divine. I'm thankful that you're mine. Passport, hotel, jet plane. My life won't ever be the same. Got you all up in my brain. Love the way you change me for the better. Got me through bad weather. I want you all the time. Around with you always by my side, off of the ground.
Hello, BDC. We have returned from our little nap, our 5-minute break. We come back to the Wolfstara versus Light Garden game that we have been so eagerly watching. Map 1 was Pearl, which went in the side of Light Garden if you miss it, and then most recently we just watched Corrode, where Wolfstara took over. So now we are on to map 3, which is Abyss. I am Sonder, and my co-caster is Enigma, as has been for the past 2 maps. How excited are we to see this third and final map for our quarterfinals in Prospect?
I'm excited about the matchup. I don't know if I'm excited about the map. Abyss historically has been one of those maps that's kind of like, it could either turn with like a beautiful game where it's going both ways, people are using mid well, or it could just turn into an absolute clown fest where people are taking advantage of all the weird quirks and the different positions on the map, especially considering the changes that have been made to one half of the map. You know, so many new ways to hide, so many new places to try and play around. There's so many sources of just entertainment, either good or bad. So I'm looking forward to how teams are going to play it. I don't know how much I'm looking forward to the shenanigans.
I think shenanigans is what makes this game good. I definitely am interested to see the comps. I know Abyss being, you know, one of the quote-unquote newer maps always has some funny stuff. I mean, it is fairly ironed out. You know, they've been playing pro for a little bit on it. So, you know, maybe they do some normal stuff, but it is Prospect. I would love to see some fun stuff, you know, maybe switch up what we've seen already. Maybe no more Neon Waylay. Maybe we see a Yoru, or we see some Sage action. I know that Sage is sometimes picked on this map just because of the wall potential. I don't know the sites off the top of my head because
Yeah, I don't either.
I can't rotate it. The side where you have bridge, is that A?
Maybe. I don't know. We will see once the map comes online. But
This is why
before
they
any
pay
of
us the
that-
big bucks.
Yes, exactly. Before any of that, let's talk about how this game's gone so far. I mean, it's 1-1. Both teams have won on their favored map, on the map that they pick. So I don't really know what to feel coming into map 3. It doesn't feel like either team has a huge mental advantage. Both teams are kind of feeling good. I personally, I'm liking the way that Wolfstara was looking coming out of map 2. I think it's going to be a bigger challenge for LG to try and upgrade and kind of come into this third game and kind of fix some of the problems that were happening for them. I don't know about you. How do you feel about it?
Well, I mean, certified Wolfstara fan over here. I wonder why. I also really liked how Wolfstara played that last round, and I also bringing it back to map one rather. They were 10-13, if I remember correctly. So it was a fairly close game up until the end where they kind of let it slip. So I think if they're continuing to be as locked as they were on Corrode, then Abyss could be really good for them and, you know, bring them into the next round of playoffs. But it could equally be said for LG. You know, they let it slip a little bit on Corrode, but it also wasn't their pick, so maybe they just weren't as comfortable on it as they could have been. If they're any good at Abyss, this could really go either way.
Yeah, 100% agree about going either way. See what's going on here for building these teams, but we will get now into the agent selection. And early on, it's looking like your wish, oh, maybe not, your wish of new agents was about to come true there. Rue hovering Yoru for a second. But it does appear that there is a neon, at least on one side.
Are we gonna play Gecko, really? Are we playing Gecko in Prospect?
I mean, you know, there's only so much that you can expect out of these people. I assume this Gecko pick has some sort of tech.
Is
That sounded much worse coming out than I anticipated, but they have a new take on the game. I don't think I've seen the Gecko on this map, but there's definitely some merit in it. I mean, there are some plants that you can get. There are some, you know, the ability to try and let the plant happen while you're fighting, I think is useful in some cases, but I'm curious how much they're actually going to play around that versus just, you know, as another gun on the field. Because Emu, she's had her moments coming into this match. I think she can find some impact.
Emu definitely has had a lot of impact. I think she's had a lot of good plays over the two maps that we've seen so far. I really think that you can bring better things into this map than a Gecko. But I also just really hate Gecko. I think that he's bad, and I think that no one should ever pick him unless you're in the recruit, because I've seen my recruit team fry on Gecko. Looking over at Wolfstara, pretty normal comp. I mean, Woods is back on Neon, that doesn't surprise me. Sticking Chicken back on Jet, that doesn't surprise me either, with his performance with those knives from last round Collision. Always a good Astra player. I think he's played Astra on to every single map so far, so that doesn't surprise me at all. I'm just the Viper Clove Gecko. This is a comp of all time.
Yeah, it's one of the comps of all time. I'll jump quickly back onto the thing where Collision has played Astra all three maps. I would like to point out that on our preparation sheet, there are roles for every player in the game that we can see.
Is he the one that just says Astra?
Collision's sheet does not say a role in the game. It simply says Astra. And so far, they seem to have been following that really accurately. I can't say it's wrong.
I mean,
Oh, no.
it is what it is.
I think we may have had some technical problems may have begun. We shall see how this goes. Oh boy.
If we are going back into the tech pause land, I think that means we have to pick up our conversation from earlier.
Are we back to fritters? Are we back to... No, it's pizza at this point,
It wasn't fritters. It was, it was pizza. It was... I think I asked about...
Nothing I'm trying to find. Cross my heart, but took a U-turn. Kiss the light, made my skin burn. Time after time, guess I need to say sorry. Been treating me poorly. Believe that's not story. I'm not gonna stand there, say I'm defeated. 6 feet underground, I bury my demons. Yeah, I'll sing it. Broken and bruised, but I'm never beaten. 6 feet underground, I bury my demons. Yeah, this is a funeral. And my funeral,
Okay, LG's on attack. It's looking like we're gonna see a little bit of a split from them, which doesn't surprise me at all. That seems like something they were very comfortable with the round before. Chicken taking some space in mid. Ooh, catching sight of Mochiso just barely. Pinging it out for Collision to come help him, and Emu is trying to take some space as well. Their spike still is in spawn, so it looks like they're gonna try and take a fight, but Chicken is able to catch the first blood onto Mochiso, as it looks like the attackers are going to swing their way over to A, which is the stacked site. This is very scary. I don't think they know that very many people are here. They do have the smokes coming down, but the spike is leaving because Shade has taken all of this space supposedly on B and said, hey, I don't really see anything, but Chicken is lurking, waiting to see what he can find. Does hear the shock dart, the gecko coming through. The trip is tripped, as you will.
30 seconds left.
Trying to catch a pick onto Sonic, but unable to. But Rue is able to catch out Shade. Still in the favor of Wolfstara as the defenders regroup for this post plant. Jewel Pet able to catch out Woods on the flank, so it has evened out now, and Rue is fairly low, going to have to play off of the rest of his team. They do catch out Sonic, but unable to get the trade, and then Rue swiftly catches it all up to ZC Bro, unable to. LG take round one.
Yeah, I mean, it got kind of chaotic there at the end, but LG sold them onto A perfectly. They got the players off of B. There was really only one player holding that line on B, and that was Chicken. Try to get some value, you know, holding from that kind of pseudo off angle. Not really, I guess, but pseudo off angle. But the Gecko Flash, despite being the character that we didn't fully understand, got a ton of value that round, getting them into the site so that they could get in and play that post plant.
Look at this absolute brawl. There is 10 people in A main, and we are fighting for our lives. Holy mow-down. Emu comes out with 3. Rue's able to catch 1, but this Collision, what really can you do? A 4K and another round for LG. once again, that Gecko putting in work. Emu currently top fragging. I mean, like, we'll see how long this lasts, but I mean, she is showing why this was a good pick for her. Like, big round. I mean, how big can it really be? It was a brawl with guns versus no guns. I mean, one round at a time, but now Wolfstar has a chance to fight back. They have their own weapons to bring to the fight, and it looks like it's not going to be much different coming out from LG, though. A little bit weaker, but they do have 2 Bulldogs, so this realistically could go either way. We're going to see another A fight, so it seems, as 5 members of LG do stomp out. DC Bro is jump shotting. Unfortunately, the dart will scan both, and DC Bro gets shot through a smoke. The drone comes out and does spot Collision, but look at Woods, able to catch 2. Oh, and then gets caught reloading, and Chulpet is in the back. Quickly into a 2v3. Chulpet left on site, mostly by herself, but the Viper wall gives her space to back up towards main, and Chicken and Rue will have to take this retake fairly slowly, trying to clear back sight, but all the attackers are over in main. Ooh, a nice opening picks, and they clean it up!
I mean,
A good round from LG, all things considered.
yeah, I mean, it was well played from LG. It's still like you're in that post-plan situation. You're 3v2. You're feeling like, yeah, this is our round, man. Like, we got this. Why? Like, how could they possibly break our crossfire there? And the answer is, I got better aim than you, at least for right now. Like, that was well played by, well, Star for sure, but it's almost like salvaging a round that wasn't going their way. Stay in this fight.
The answer is I'm running it down and you can't do anything about it. It looks like the pack has moved over to B to try their fast take. They do have this Gecko ult from the side of Emu that I think they might be expending now. Rue does get spotted out by the shock, or not the shock dart, the scan, and
The
quickly
shark
is
dart. Yes, I like
the
it.
shark dart.
I like that.
Plant quickly
That's
coming
a new
down.
piece of utility.
Yes, Chicken is able to catch the trade onto Shade, so it is fairly even for now, but I do think that Jewel Bet might have... I don't think she actually did pick up her ult, so maybe not in play for this post, but they do have some fairly good position to post it up main, and then two... I guess she did pick it up. I thought it would show up on the board.
Oh.
Sonic able to catch two, but Woods getting some trades. It's Woods versus the world, able to take down Jewel Pet, but there's a molly on this bomb and time is low. Unable to take down Mochiso. Another round for LG.
I mean, you get it one by one, round by round. Like LG, this is how map 1 looked when they started. They were getting these rounds, closing them out. They started up 3-1 early as well. This is going to be hard, especially because Wolfstar is going to be on a lower buy now that they lost that round. Yeah, this looks like a full save from them. So we'll see what Wolfstar needs to do, but they need to get back into this game quick. In game 1, they waited just a tad too long. They can't afford to have that here. If you lose here, you go home.
I think we might see another of the pack goes one way and the other pack goes the other, as LG have 4 men in A and 1 in mid, listening to the defenders absolutely run it down with their classics. Oh, this could be terrible, actually. Jewel Pet's able to catch out Collision, and no one checks the corner. Shade able to catch 2, but then getting traded by Rouge, so not the worst thing ever, but maybe clear your corners. Emu taking down Rue. It is all up to ZC Bro, who has just a Sheriff looking to go pick up that Phantom, and yeah, looking like he's just going to save it, run over to B, and hang out until the spike explodes.
Yeah, not much to say about that. Like you said, my group is better than your group. Unfortunately, my group has guns.
Yeah.
And in this case, that's just too much. Well played by Shade to get his 2 and, ends up getting traded, but...
Uh-oh.
Hold on. Uh-oh. Wait a minute.
Don't peek! No, stop! Okay. Never mind. If you win it, you win it.
A bit hairy. It's
Little
an earlier
scary.
timeout than normal. Earlier timeout than last... No, not last. I assume map 1, so I think we'll start feeling a little bit like how... Like they're kind of feeling like what I was saying. They were worried. They don't want this to get out of hand too quick. They need to get back in this game fast. They have their buy round. They have their weapons. What do they need to do to try and get around on the board here?
I really think if they can sort of read into what LG is doing, then they can have an easier time. I feel like a lot of what I'm seeing from LG is, let's go run it down somewhere and send Shade mid. Or let's just run it down as 5. And I think that's... I mean, you are defending, so I mean, it is a little bit hard to do anything against a 5-man rush, but stall, I don't know, kill them, shoot your gun.
Yeah, I think kill them is a pretty solid strategy. It's worked for me in the past, but I mean, coming into this round, it's like what can you really what can you really try and find? Like what sort of space can you find? Like previously, LG have been, you know, on map 1 they tried playing slow for a bit, but then decided that going fast was the play, and it looks like they're trying to spec into that plan again of going really fast. And if you know they're going fast, Wolfstara might be served well by kind of playing a little bit more passively off-site and trying to react to where they're trying to hit.
We'll see if that's what happens, but Chicken is very deep into that site, and it does look like it is going to be a B hit. The dart not broken in the line coming through, but Chicken unfortunately unable to save his teammate as both he and ZC Bro fall. It is now going to be a retake, but Sonic getting a little bit aggressive off of the end of his ult. Collision able to catch out Jewel Pet, and then also Sonic. This is suddenly very good for them, and the Viper ult gets cancelled by Cypher, but Shade able to catch out Collision. Suddenly very even. Rue unable to take down Machiso. It's all up to Woods.
Wait!
Catches the Viper. Shade.
Oh!
Woods cleans it up. 2-4. Wolfstara isn't gonna let them be put down.
That faced worse.
Yeah, that's Woods. Yeah, that's Woods.
Yeah, there it is. That's the face that they're making right now, sitting at their monitor. They're smirking at you. Oh my goodness. That was... I thought it was over as soon as Rue couldn't get the pick inside the Viper ult, but that was well predicted by Woods on the Viper, and then just taking advantage of the ultra mobility that the...
This is a nice spot.
What was it? Oh my goodness, I'm forgetting names again. The Neon Ultimate gives you.
This should do. This goes here.
Like...
Overdrive?
From Woods, I don't know what... Yes, I believe it is Overdrive. Thank you for the ability name. Once again, my brain is broken.
We know. We don't... They don't pay us the big bucks for a reason. We're going to see a little bit of a default coming out from LG, which is very different from what they've been doing for the past couple of rounds. Maybe identifying that it's not working anymore. They have their spike left in mid. Collision is able to get off the first pick onto Mochiso over in bottom mid. They are going to set their sights back over to A, and if I mean Wolfstara, as they maybe will catch out Jewel Pet. Spotswood Shade able to catch out ZC Bro and missing all of the action. Back in mid, another pick, and that spike is going to be moving over towards B. I think that Jewel Pet is successfully maybe selling this fake. Look at Shade also pushed up all the way into vents, but Collision knows that he's there. This fake is beautiful, able to take down Collision as well, and now might get caught out by Chicken. A very okay trade. They are going to hear the spike get planted over on B, so the regroup is going to come through. It is a 3v3 retake, but Jewel Pet is going to be a little bit slow, going to be stuck in main as the rest of the defenders come to push out through CT. We have full util from Emu, so very, very possible that they're able to stall these defenders. No one's able to break the dizzy as the flash does come through, and the stun from Sonic, but Rue is able to catch the first pick. Not quite the second as Emo takes him down, and then also gets Chicken. No one.
I don't think it's possible.
Not holding the spike might slip off the edge, or maybe die to the spike. And
Emu doing her best Wolfstara impression. Dying to the spike on a winning round.
We love blowing up.
That is true. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what else to kind of do there. That was just a brilliantly sold fake. Like, Jewel Pet, she spent so much time and so much utility just drawing everyone over to A, and then was reinforced by Shade breaking through the top mid and, you know, breaking down that door, you know, through library. It's, you know, outside, I guess that's not library, but through top mid, it's like, I don't know what more. Like, everything was saying A before they went B.
Jewel Pet doing an absolutely wonderful job to sell that fake, and we are going to see a lot more of A aggression this time, and I think Wolfstar might be a little bit afraid that any noise that they hear on this side is another fake, but that orb is going to get eaten by Emu and give them another Gecko ult as that comes on through. They are going to have this site for free very quickly. The defenders opting to play for the post plant, but Collision does have some good space on Heaven right now. They all are stuck either on site or back main. Slowly trying to push through the Viper Molly, but Sonic is able to save his friend as now Jewel Pet sets herself towards Heaven, but Chicken gets two!
She's still gunning for you.
Another Gecko ult coming through. Chicken getting a third with his Sheriff, now picking up a
Oh my goodness.
Vandal. There's one more in main. It's all up to Emu. Can't hear the spike and... What just... Chicken!
Thrifty.
What just happened?
That was huge. I wish we had replay, man. Like, Chicken went monster from Heaven. Came out, swung, got two of them with one shot. Immediately got Wolfstar back into that round. And then from there on out, it was just smart utility. Like, you had the Cosmic Divide to try and split off main, force them to fight through into your crossfire. And it was just well played. Like, that was huge.
It's because his, he's the reverse 6-7.
Why are we making
Please
this
don't end
joke
stream. Please don't end stream, Andy J. Or Andy Valerone. Wrong Andy. Anyway, going into the round, we are going to see some more A aggression. LG really like this A side. Woods, oh my goodness, look at this angle. Able to catch out Jewel Pet and Living. That is quite a good trade, I feel. It is Clove, so they still can. Chicken! Taking off Shade's head in mid. Oh my god, he is locked and loaded. LG stalling just a little bit, maybe taking up their options, but I think they are going to commit to this A side hit as...
Oh my gosh,
Woods. Oh my god, a two-piece. And Sonic left alone. Vandal in hand. I don't think they're gonna save, because I think this was already a save for them, but... Yeah, this sucks. if you're Sonic, this sucks.
I think there's a way to maybe try and get one, but I don't know if there's more.
Seconds left.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Woods...
you're not getting a second. No. It was a valiant effort to get the one, but they had to predict that there was going to be the Astra on the right if they wanted a chance in that round. It was going to be hard regardless. We'll start clean it up.
Tiny bit antsy.
Yeah. I mean, time is always a factor in rounds like that as well, and you gotta feel like they felt kind of rushed trying to get out of that round, but in the end, Wolfstar bring us closer, and they're only one round away from tying this up.
This is true. I forgot which color they were for a second. Are we going to see more A aggression? Please, sir, may I get another A push? Looks like a little bit of mid this time, maybe to shake things up. It looks like they might send Shade back over to B as well, maybe to do another one of their defaults as Jewel Pet takes a little bit of space up on mid. It looks like Wolfstar was expecting that A pressure as they have 3 over there, but nothing really happening so far. They do break the vent over in mid, which maybe alert that there is a bit of a default going on. Rue able to spot out Jewel Pet, but not really taking that engagement as they sort of wiggle around. The attackers have moved on over to B. The spike is over there as well, so this is most likely going to be a B commit. That Dart does spot out one of the Wolfstar members, forcing them off, and that is the plant going down as the trips are broken, and Collision is able to catch out Jewel Pet in mid. She does end up popping the ult, but I'm not sure how much that is going to get her as Collision backs up and walks into 3 guns in CT. The Fade ult is able to come through, but the majority of LG is over in mid. Oh. Unable to see.
Did they not know?
Sonic?
Oh.
Okay, gets it anyway. We are going to
that Gecko Molly
missed. But they have the ult. Takes down Chicken.
Is there time?
No one is. Yes.
One enemy
No.
remaining.
Not anymore.
They killed the diffuser.
They killed the diffuser. Now they lose. We are Wolfstar. We like blowing up.
We like blowing up. Oh my goodness. That
That
was
was really
that could-
chaotic.
Oh wow, yeah. Like half of the round was shot through smoke. There was no visibility for most of the kills in there. And at the very end there, LG, they don't even need to land the molly. They just need to use their Sova ultimate, and they managed to get them off. It was right on, barely defusing that though. They had a player on in time, but it was a well played. LG managed to get them off.
They changed it up and they were able to get around, and now it looks like they might go back to that little bit of aggression, but they are still favoring that A side quick through those vents as they absolutely blasted down with the Stinger. Collision is sitting there watching, able to get the star off, but Emu is in there. Doesn't quite matter because the Stinger is not enough. Sonic's able to get the trade quickly, but Jewel Pet is stunned and Woods is able to kill both of them quickly, putting numbers into Wolfstara, but this Viper ult does come through and they don't have a ton to clear that besides maybe some fade. Util and Chicken has an op. It is all up to Mochiso all alone in his pit. The Fade Dog doesn't quite see, but the shots are near and the haunt has revealed 5-6 for Wolfstar. Do you think we 6-6 into a unnamed score?
I think there's a good chance. I like the way that they're playing their defense right now. They're playing kind of, you know, they'll take their opportunities, but they're kind of waiting back and timing like that foray into the Viper ultimate. They didn't rush it. They made sure they used their utility. They cleared out the space. They narrowed down the locations where the Viper could be, and then they swung it once. I like the way that they played that. That being said, I'm not sure I like the strategy of being in a Viper ultimate and then staring down a Fade Eye. Like, I don't think you're going to win that staring contest.
I don't think so either. I think he might have been a little bit afraid, but you know, hindsight is 20/20, and we go into the last round of the half, changing things up. We're looking at a B hit. They've gone to the other side of the map. Chicken, instantly.
It didn't start too good though.
It did not start too good. Maybe that's why they continue to go A. The dart is going to catch out ZC Bro. We are continuing to stare at Initiator Util. That's quite okay. Chicken still with the offline, able to catch out Emu, and ZC Bro catching out Shade, and then Mochi. So this round is over. Jewel Pet all up to her, but you've got Wolfstara members everywhere, able to catch out one, but not two.
I mean, that was as chaotic as any other round. I mean, this Abyss has been big hit after play it slow and pretend you're gonna play it slow and then go into an actual big hit. Like there is fights everywhere. I mean, I'm loving it. I don't know what to expect coming into the second half.
Something. I mean, we'll have to wait and see. I mean, I really do think that Chicken and Woods are both feeling themselves right now. So, definitely Wolfstara is in this to win this. And I think they're looking to close this out as soon as possible if the last couple of rounds have anything to say about it.
I would agree. To come in here, seems like anything you can do, I can do better. Oh, maybe not. Not gonna fight this A main as aggressively here. Wolfstara waiting, expecting. Shade doesn't know. Has a suspicion.
Ooh.
Gets one, immediately traded out. Collision manages to get the trade for his teammate. And getting Shade down at the same time, that's going to be huge coming into this hit. Not going to have one of your big hitters ready to play. As there's a little bit of a pause now into this round. LG not so sure what's going on. Wolfstara decide to back off. Not going to leave Chicken inserted, but they are going to leave Rue up mid. Paying attention. Sitting on library. Playing the high angle this time.
Does this hat poke up over that box?
That's a good question. I'm unsure about that. Regardless, there's no one in position to punish it yet. Jewel Pet starting to get close. Doesn't catch him, but he is decayed by the wall. That does end up catching him out. Jewel Pet gives LG numbers up as they get ready to retake onto this B site. ZC Bro getting the bomb down. Astra Star in place, ready to play for post plant. And now ZC Bro getting ready to play on site. Chicken playing for main. Collision under site. Gets two! That's huge. Puts them in the round. ZC Bro keeps them up. Emu, low health now. Has to play 1 versus 2. Collision also low. CC Bro's the only one with any health. They're gonna have them swing first. Collision, doubled up. Knows they don't need to swing this. Knows that they don't have to take this fight. Gonna try and play it with the Gecko utility. I don't know if there's time. ZC Bro kills him anyway. And that's a huge start to the half for Wolfstara.
Are you gonna say it?
No, I'm not gonna make the joke. It's not worth it.
Okay. I was just wondering. Really good picks from Collision. I mean, I've seen it time and time again. Collision is just really clean with it sometimes. Also really good. I mean, Rue had a lot of mid space, which I think made it really easy for Wolfstara to pull that rotate after they took that fight over in A. If they continue to do that, I think we'll continue to see good things.
Got brawl fight out here from LG on A. They think that if they have enough people, their guns won't matter. That Gecko blind does absolutely nothing. 4 people decide to take that thing down. The Frenzy gets 1, but it's not good for much more. Chicken manages to get dual pet, and now it is a 4v2 retake. And we get to see if there's any more guns that can be taken. In mid here, Rue lurked up. Sonic doesn't check it, gets punished for it. And now it's 1 versus 4. Mochiso all on their lonesome.
Oh no.
Gonna pull a G2. And while it may not be the funniest thing ever, it is effective. Denying another ult orb from LG. Being called out in chat for G2 strats. I mean, that's only appropriate.
GG. I mean, Wolfstara are gonna go into this gun round really strong. The only one who doesn't have a real gun is ZC Bro, and I mean, Chicken has full shields and a Vandal, and he is absolutely frying, so this really could go either way.
Yeah. But unlike times previous, for once, there is no fight.
Here.
There is no contact to be had. There is only waiting and watching and seeing who makes the first mistake. As we sit down here, Dart comes in, doesn't get broken. That's a lot of information over towards LG. They know that there is at least 3 in A main.
Blocking sight.
Playing backside here, Shade trying to find an opportunity. Doesn't catch him. Hey, has support from Heaven. Emu is ready. But Shade decides to back off. He decides to group up. Jewel Pet, oh my gosh, gets caught through the smoke. Shade lost, hitting a huge kill there. Emu immediately trades it back. Jewel Pet as well. Jewel another. And we set up. We got 3 versus 3. Playing hell. Will Emo check it? Lost. Catches the first. Draws crosshair. Gets traded out. It's down to a 1 versus 2. Chicken and Rue versus Sonic. What can Sonic do? Rue is low. But Chicken, one of the most impactful players for Wolfstara this map. He looks like he wants to fight. He's waiting for the smoke. I don't know if there's time, but the guns are going to be effective no matter what. Sonic cannot get the kill, and Chicken closes it out. 9-6, bonus converted for Wolfstara.
We're seeing a little bit of what we saw in Corrode. I am feeling really good as a Wolfstara cheerleader. I think definitely not a terrible round from LG. I mean, it feels really bad to lose your bye round, but they had some good teamwork. I just think that maybe the shooting fell through. If they're able to get a little bit of pressure here, this game doesn't have to be quite over yet.
No, it definitely is not, but we're grouping up again. Big group in towards B. Sonic crossing. Wasn't paying attention, doesn't get punished for it. Sitting back sight. He may get executed on here by himself. Finds one under the sight. Traded out. Chicken gets the trade. Mochiso immediately gets onto sight with their low gun. Has the ghost. Tries to fight. Might be isolated here. Jewel, huge shot from Heaven there to put numbers up for
Oh my god.
LG and Shade as well. It is now 4 versus 2 in favor of LG. Chicken
Oh my
gets
god.
1. He gets 2. Brings them
Doesn't
immediately
matter.
back into the round. You may think you have a chance, but you haven't killed Chicken. You haven't won. We move in here. Looks, sees Mochiso. There is a flanker. Shade has a weapon. He was so impactful on map 1, but now he has so little time to make an impact on map 3.
player standing.
Walks up, sees one, doesn't get the kill, and
Chicken.
Chicken
Oh my god.
Four-piece chicken tendy, as VK would say. It's time to eat, boys.
That was almost so terrible from Wolfstara, but it literally does not matter. Chicken, he got his coupons, he got his scoreline, he is locked in. This is Wolfstara's game, and if they continue to play like this is over. I mean, I think LG, maybe the mental game is gone, maybe they're just not shooting as well as they were map 1.
I mean, it's hard to say. That was an eco round. They almost had it, and it took heroics to try and convert it. So there is still hope here for LG, but we get in here. Yet again, we have a 4-1 split, leaving Rue off on their lonesome. But we set up for a big A hit. Emu set up in the off angle. How many can they find? She gets one, backs up, throws the Gecko Flash, finds one, finds two, but immediately gets taken out, and Rue finds one on the flank as well. It's already not looking great. It's 2 versus 3.
Go, go, go.
LG has to find a way in. They have an idea, though, that there could be a flank here. They have 2 people holding it. Jewel Pet, she's going to have to go huge if they want a chance in this round. Doesn't find the first. Cannot find it. Chooses not to use the ultimate. Saves it for a future opportunity. And Sonic, left in the 1 versus 3. This clutch would be absolutely enormous for their chances to win this game. Smoke goes up. Elects to use their smoke from the grave. Voids the seas. There is still an Astra Star on the bomb. This is going to be hard.
No.
And it turns out the utility isn't even going to be needed. Lost shoots him through the smoke. Finds the perfect timing. And what can you do as LG but call a timeout and try and reset, man?
Guns don't matter. They lost the 2v4, and I really do think that may be just the downfall of LG for the rest of this game. I think that the mental boost from Chicken, you know, bringing back that 1 round has just put Wolfstara in such a good place. They're so ahead at this point. I mean, it's only 5 rounds, right? Like, you could very easily lose 5 rounds in a row and then it's an even game. But I just think mental wise that Wolfstara are just so much more in this than LG are right now. I could absolutely be proven wrong. This is an LG timeout. They could be listening to California Girls as you do and absolutely bringing it back. They do have 3 ults to play with. I mean, they're gonna have some guns. They kind of have to force up for this, right? Because then next round is, either you force now and try and win, or you play for overtime, and I wouldn't really want to do that considering we're already in map 3.
This should do.
I would agree with you on that. I think this is a very dire situation for Wolfstar, or not Wolfstar, LG. My apologies, I swapped the teams.
Wow.
But very, very dire situation. They have to try and get something going. It looks like they go for some sort of half buy here with a chance of having a buy next round, but it's going to be tough regardless. Rue doing his classic lurk into mid while his team holds and looks for any early aggression they may. Shade, that's an enormous opening pick, and immediately shuts down the lurk and gives Wolfstar a really hard time trying to figure out what's going on in the map anywhere else. LG, now they're setting up. Emu setting up, ready for the hit onto A. She's going to be having a handful to deal with if she does end up going. The Cosmic Divide comes in. That separates Emu off from her team. She cannot get more than one. Gets down the Neon, but Chicken, once again, being absolutely huge impact for his team. We have a flank coming in as well from LG. They are trying to get some space, but it is being watched. Setting up early here, looking for the retake. The flank gets caught. It is now 3 versus 3. Mochisa gets one. Chicken gets 2 right back. Jewel Pet causes her ultimate. It is now 2 versus 2. Chicken gets 4. He's on for the 5. He's on for the last. It's Shade. Cannot do it. ZC Bro converts. And
Dude!
Chicken.
I just got flashbacks from 2 rounds ago.
Point.
He gets 4 once again. Oh my goodness.
It's over. You know, not to be that guy, it's over. Like,
Oh, this is a nice
you're you're on a week bye now. I mean, you have a couple of guns, you have some ults still, but you can't kill Chicken. He's gotten 2 4K clutches when they've been down. It's over.
The Gecko ultimate likely gonna try to be broken. Does get broken. That's the Q. The Neon ultimate doesn't get any value. ZC Bro shuts that down right away. As they move in the round, Emu gets immediate trade back. Neon does not, but Chicken finds her. He is so fast right now. He moves up. He finds him. Emu hiding on site. Has for Bulldog ready to use. Shade finds Ruin mid. Gets the flanker. Emu cannot find them. Collision trades them out. That is Sova ultimate online for one. Oh my gosh. And that's damage done as well. Jewel Pet has the flank. Cannot find the timing. Is walking up. Chicken hiding on the double box, being jiggled. They know where one is.
Last player standing.
ZC Bro feel it. Does feel it. Jewel Pet gets caught out. Chicken finishes the game. It was Shade in map 1, but maps 2 and 3 were all Chicken. And all Wolfstara. It is 2-1 Wolfstara. They will move on into Prospect playoffs.
Chicken, never put that guy on Fade ever again. Like, actually never put that guy on Fade ever again. That actually might have been why they lost Pearl, was because they didn't trust Chicken to be on Duelist. Like, Woods had a rough couple of games. I think the first 2, he was, more towards the bottom. He was doing what he needed to do, but Chicken absolutely bringing them back time after time. The ace that one round, the 4K, and then the next 4K, and just all of this impact. Wolfstara looks beautiful, but LG also looked really good until it started to fall apart. Map 1 was really strong. Map 2, they had some really strong rounds. Just unfortunately, they weren't able to put up against the Duelist pressure.
Yeah, there's not much you can really say. Like, they had rounds where they played it smart. They were playing to their win conditions a lot of the time. They got Shade into good positions. They let Emu lock it down on site, but when you have Lost generating so much space with their Neon wall and trying to take that up, Chicken, who's absolutely firing every single shot right through someone's skull, and in game 27-9, multiple 4K clutches, when you have Rue getting so much information on flanks for most of those games, it's just hard to gather any map control, to gather any timing to do what you do on map 1. It's like everyone turned up when they needed to for Wolfstara, and though they may like to blow up, they also like to blow up the server with their frags. I mean, that was a hell of a game.
True. Wolfstara, we love to blow up.
I mean,
that was a really good game, and I think that was the first Prospect game of the season. So
for playoffs,
really great start. Well, yes, sorry,
no,
obviously not the first Prospect game of the season.
This is the first time these players have ever played this entire year. They don't know what they're doing. This was pure instinct on every single one. There is no familiarity anywhere.
No one's ever played Valorant ever before, but no, that was really wonderful to watch. Both teams, kudos to you, LG. A good try. We'll see you next season, and Wolfstara will go forward to face off against whoever wins the next playoff game that gets played sometime. I don't know when. Anyone know?
I do not have all the schedules set up. There are many games to watch on all the platforms. Valorant Draft Circuit on YouTube, Valorant Draft Circuit on Twitch. Big shout out to all of the media people, our wonderful producers, Andy Valorant today, our observers, Wolf, and everyone else on media who makes these streams happen. If you ever want to join, ask about it. You can get in and help out, and we're always looking for help, and we're always thankful for all the people who make these streams happen. So thank you, everyone. Congratulations to Wolfstara. Congratulations to LG on having a great season and making it to playoffs. And yeah, we'll see you all next time.
Go watch the other streams. There's other streams. Apprentice is happening, and also Recruit, I think. Go watch them.